All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Mukluk Streams. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host, Mukluk. Today is Guild Wars Tuesday, where we are coming back to you from the wonderful world of Tyria. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. Chip Wars Tuesday, and the Chip is currently asleep on the sofa. I saw him on my way in here. Looking at the title, looks like we're going over the blushed timer module. Yes. We are going over Blish HUD timer module. On that note, I need to activate Blish HUD. It's not currently online for me. Hang on just a second. And yes, okay, should be booting up now. Wish I didn't release more content. Smoker String over 2 again. Wait, wrong script. Yeah, you know, dead game and all that. We are coming up on the 3-month release for GW2uesday, so there will be more stuff soon. Which, what else coming out in that release? Is that the new Raid Wing? I'd have to check. I think that might be the new Raid Wing. How can you run Blish HUD while the game is running? Doesn't work for me. So... I mean, you just double-click on Blish HUD. If you're running the game as an admin, you need to also run Blish HUD as an admin. But there's not really anything fancy to it. New Raid Wing this month. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll need to be... I wonder how many bosses it's gonna be. Some Raid Wings have 3 bosses, some have 4. I don't think any has more than 4, unless you count the statues of Grenth. What's your favorite Guild Wars 2 expansion? In terms of story, my answer is actually Living World Season 4, which I know technically wasn't an expansion. Excuse me. Got something in my throat. In terms of, like, the world, I would say Heart of Thorns. I think the jungle with all the layers was absolutely awesome. It was annoying at times, getting lost, but it was really, really cool. I think they confirmed 3 bosses. 10 bosses this time. Oh, no. That would keep me busy. 10 bosses. Not 100% sure they confirmed it, but I think it was 3, and they confirmed it was at least one of the fights going to be. It's going to be, yeah, the Titans that we chased off in the storyline, right? Pretty sure. I think that's what we're going to be fighting again. As for, like, the person who's having Blish HUD trouble, though, if you're having any problems with Blish HUD, go tell them on your, on their Discord. They are super nice, and they will help you with it. They will help with that. Look at this. Our guild hall still has Halloween decorations 5 days later. Unbelievable. Best part of waking up is Muck and my coffee cup. As long as those are separate things. Hey, Muck and Chad. Hi, Janulo. How you doing? The Titans that got called by their mom to dinner. To be fair, the 2 Titans were losing a battle to like 6 of us in that story beat. 5 days later, 360 days early. Yes. Should we expect get to the point after raid release? Absolutely. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but yes, I will get that done. Like, okay, in the GW2uesday expansion, I plan to make get to the point guides for any new raid bosses that come out, as well as the new legendary backpack and spear. So I will, you know, make those as fast as I can. How did mutineering go yesterday? It was fun. It was fun. I was really rusty. I hadn't played Riftbreaker in like a month, but we had fun. I ended up winning. And chat abused me a lot. Wing 7 has Adina, Sabir, QTP, Gate, and my patience that waiting for roleplay. Yeah, Wing 7 has 3 bosses and then an event, I think would be the accurate way of putting it. Hope the new backpack isn't painful, looks at Legendary Relic. Well, Legendary Relic is really easy to understand, it just takes forever. I've only ever completed hot raids, look forward to new. Yeah, definitely gonna try it out. Like, I've done all the raids. But the Path of Fire raids are definitely more difficult. It's like if I go in there with pugs, there's a higher chance of failure than the hot raids, so I tend to enjoy the hot raids more. Did you ever get an answer of the tooltip bug? I got the impression it was a known issue. Because when I posted it on their Discord, some people was like, that's what's known as a bug. And I'm like, yeah, okay, smartass. I was posting it because I wasn't sure if anybody already knew about it. And then it was just like, okay, alright. Not the staff, mind you, just other players. Muck said a bad word. Yeah, I've seen too many react videos to myself recently. Let's see. Muck, have you ever made a World v World squad? Yeah, I've done hundreds of hours of World v World. We used to have a thing called World v Wednesday, where every Wednesday I would lead World v World stuff. I got bored of it, but yeah, I've led World v World squads before. Wooden Spork and Luma, thank you for the primes. I appreciate the support, thank you. Top 10 YouTubers who swore. Oh my gosh, I used the no-no word. Apology video coming soon. There's gonna be a response video from Nike that said I knew I was right about him. With just a clip of me saying the no-no word. What do you need to start a World v World squad leader? Just a commander tag. You need a commander tag, and you can either get the normal commander one or the Catmander one. It's just a cosmetic difference. They both functionally do the same thing. But you just need one of those. By the way, Muck, what's your favorite weapon or armor skin? Binding of Hippos. Let's see. Hang on just a minute here.
I need to remember to sub every month.
Then I will remind you every month. So for those who don't know, this is Binding of Hippos, this book. When you enter combat, your left arm turns all demonic, and the book floats in front of you. There's an eye on the book that looks around. The pages turn, they've got writing on them that moves around. And any projectiles you fire look like eyeballs. And then when you leave combat, it floats back to your hip, and your arm goes back to normal. That is my favorite weapon in the game, but in terms of cosmetics. However, it is a focus, and very, very few classes can use focus. Like, in no expansion has more classes ever gotten access to focus. So, there's not a lot of classes you can use it on. And even those classes don't use focus much. Okay, let's see. Let's go to Arborstone. Get the Antique Summoning Stones of the day. You like Binding of Hippos, yet you do not like its sequel, Binding of Isaac. Curious. That's the sequel.
This is a place of refuge.
The sequel, Binding of Isaac.
I'm glad Fury isn't
Yeah, I was not a huge fan of Isaac. I recently tried Binding of Isaac for the first time. For anyone who wasn't there for that, it just wasn't for me. Really, really poor controls, IMO. Alright. Let's go through the alts real quick. So my plan for today, as mentioned in the stream title, is to take another Blish HUD, learn how to use it, and try to simplify its use for all the other people who might be interested in it. And make it to where, if they want to use it, I make it as painless as possible. For me to be able to do that, I need to learn all the ins and outs of said module. I have a bunch of notes from the developer of that module, so I'm gonna use those, and then you'll find out whatever else I can. Muck wants a new elite spec to dual wield focuses confirmed. Yep. It's oh, that's awesome. Well, my game just crashed. Okay, well, hang on just a second. I'm trying to log back in. What was I trying to do there? Oh, I was trying to swap to a character that was in Janthier. Is it better than Taco? Blish HUD has Taco in it, and also, like, 69 nice other things in it. Taco, or Tactical Overlay, is just a program that can run different, like, pathing modules and stuff like that. You can run all of those in Blish HUD. Like, hold on. If I go to Blish HUD here, I go to manage modules. Go to the repo. This is a list of all the modules that are in here. And if I search pathing, hang on, pathing, this can run taco stuff. See, zip and taco formats. So this one thing can run everything taco can. But then, you know, you've also got all of this other stuff. Would you ever consider retrying Animal Well? I think I'd rather just play other stuff. I played Animal Well for almost 2 hours, and then I stopped. I was like, guys, I'm sorry, I'm not having fun. I was going through the motions. It used to be I would really push myself when I played a game that I didn't really care for, that I would make myself go through the whole game because I didn't want to disappoint anybody. But Animal Well, I was really just going through the motions. Nothing in it was really sparking my interest. Delta says, your game crashes, I immediately check my drivers. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. My computer has been fickle this last month. Did you, Muck, have a site where we could recommend you games? Yeah, hang on a sec. So that right there is the game recommendation website. You can go there and add games to the recommended list, or you can upvote games already on the list if you wish to. Is there a mastery that lets you skip the entire Simon Says puzzle for chess? There is a mastery in Soto that will make it to where the Simon Says puzzle is only 2 steps long instead of 5. So it reduces how long it takes to open the chest by a dramatic amount. How's Dragon Age the Veilguard? Guys, I have the privilege of playing video games for a living. And I love my job so much, I have streamed 2,356 days in a row. That's over 6 years of daily streaming. Not only not taking a holiday, but also not taking a weekend. Veilguard feels like work. And that's the clearest way I can put it. I'm at the point where I have turned down the difficulty to the lowest setting just to make it as quick as possible. And we are blasting through the main quest line and just trying to see what they did with the main quest. And to be clear, I have played every single Dragon Age game before Veilguard all the way through at least 3 times. Like, at least. Inquisition and Veilguard are so awful. I don't agree that Inquisition was awful. I had fun playing Inquisition. I will say it is like, Inquisition was a step away from Origins, and then what is it? Veilguard was even further away. Like, Inquisition did a very good job at the whole your choices matter thing. Like, it could encourage you to do many playthroughs because your choices would have very big impacts on what was going on. At least you still have plenty of Dad of Boy to play through. I will probably be finishing that tomorrow morning. We were fighting Odin, who I'm pretty sure is the last boss, when we finished our play session of Dad of Boy yesterday. So tomorrow morning stream, we'll probably finish God of War Ragnarok, and then be starting something else. Combat in Inquisition is so much better than Veilguard. That I will disagree with it partially. Inquisition always had a feeling of kind of janky rubber bandiness to it. Like, if you were running and you didn't attack, you would snap backward like a foot and then do the attack. Never enjoyed that. I did enjoy some of the stuff in Inquisition. Like, in Inquisition, firing certain spells and stuff like that was very satisfying. However, in what do you call it? In Veilguard, you can only have 3 abilities on your bar, and then you can, anytime you want to use your companion's abilities, you have to basically pause the game, tell them to do the ability on a target and then unpause the game. So you have to like pause the game like every 30 seconds, which is really annoying. Also, so like in terms of anything related to the companions, yeah, Veilguard's terrible. In terms of just like combat for you yourself, I think Veilguard's probably better. In terms of just like your own combat. Like it has, you know, parries and dodges and stuff like that, which I found very satisfying. Let's see. You still have Berserker side quests in God of War Valhalla, which I would highly recommend. Valhalla? Okay, so there's more than I thought. Muk, will you be trying out Monster Hunter Wilds on release? Not sure. So I've only played one Monster Hunter game ever. I played Monster Hunter World, and it was fine, but after I finished the main story, I never opened the game again. I was having enough fun that I finished the main story, and then that's it. So my only experience with the franchise was like, it's okay. Also, every time the cute little cats would cook you food, Capcom would DMCA me, so that was fun. They're jerks. Does the God of War PC version have the DLC content? I didn't even realize the game had a DLC. Hang on a second. Let's see. God of War Digital Deluxe Edition. I don't know. If I go to God of War on Steam, I can see Digital Deluxe Edition, and that's it. So I might have to open the game in order to see if it includes the Valhalla thing. Hold on, Control F, Valhalla. Where is it? Enjoy the game, but sent my GPU to Valhalla. That's not what I'm looking for. Alright, did Mug beat Dad a bigger boy? No, we were at the final boss when I ran out of time yesterday, and someone was asking me if I had the DLC, and I was trying to find out, and I can't even tell. Valhalla is a free DLC that takes place after Ragnarok. I'd recommend doing Dune of the Postgave. Dune of the Postgave. Is Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Yeah, I've played Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Valhalla was a free content update, basically. But it continues the story. If it continues the story, I'll probably play it. Can't believe you left us hanging on the Odin fight. I had to step away. I still streamed 9 hours that day. Post-game or post-game? Post-game, apparently. As for Game Rec, I've noticed you already have the Bureau XCOM Declassified on Steam. I think it's up your alley with all the tactical combat and turret classes. Yeah, long ago I remember buying some kind of pack that had a ton of XCOM games in it. And the main thing I played is XCOM 2. I've got 89 hours. I cleared XCOM 2. Bureau, I don't think I've ever played this. I think this was just included in the XCOM package that I got. Yes. But XCOM 2, I did clear that one. At MuklukYoutube. Hi, Johnny. There's a post game that sets up Valhalla, and then it's an amazing DLC, and I know how much you're loving the story. Somehow it keeps the quality, and Stride if not improves on it. Okay. Valhalla's basically a roguelike. I mean, I'm really not interested in doing roguelike God of War, honestly. I am interested in continuing the story. Like, I remember, what was... Ah, shoot. Was it the Assassin's Creed game? There was a game I played recently that played similar to God of War, and it had a roguelike mode, and I did the roguelike mode like one time, and then that was it, because it got boring really fast. Do not care much about the combat, I guess. It's alright, but not enough that it would keep me there for that fact alone versus starting yet another game. Looks like the Steam version includes Valhalla. I'd say it continues the story, and it's kind of an introspective Kratos reflection time, but it's very roguelite. I'll take a look at it. I think roguelite makes it less interesting in my mind. But yeah, if it continues the story, I certainly want to continue it. Dude, the story of Ragnarok is so good. Like, I was actually, like, yelling at the screen yesterday. It was so insane. Like, the twists and curveballs that were landing. Would you play the original God of War? Probably not. That's very, very dated game. I've played a few very old games on my channel before, and typically there is a small audience that will come and watch it, but it's typically way, way less people. Do not care. Let's see. They do it really good though, and there isn't into it. Dante's Inferno. Haven't played that. No. Why is the copper-fed salvage kit more expensive than the silver-fed one? Wait, what? Let's see. I mean, the copper-fed one is the one that you would get the most use out of, but I don't know why they're not all the same price. In general, if you have all the salvage kits, you use this on blue items, and you use silver-fed on yellow items, if you're at max level. Let's see. Okay. All right. So let's head to Mistlock so we don't hear any more Place of Refuge, Den of Iniquity things. I'm still on Mystic Kids trying to figure out if I should ever get Silverfed. What about Rune Crafters? Green items. At max level, you would typically use the Copperfed for blues, Rune Crafters for greens, and the Silverfed for yellows. Would you try Palworld sometimes? The last update were really good. I've never really been interested in Palworld. There are some exceptions, but, like, I tend, like, the concept of just guns is boring to me, okay? I live in America, I'm surrounded by guns, I've played so many games with guns, like, if you're like, you know, hey, here's Palworld, okay, it's Pokemon, okay, with guns, oh. Like, to me, that doesn't make the game better. Now, I've seen it, it's also like a survival crafting game like Valheim, and you've got Pokemon slave labor, and they've got guns. To me, that's just like taking something that's kind of cool and then making it worse. Now, I know lots of people love it, and that's fine. I'm not bashing it for them, but there is really no draw for me to try that out. Would you be interested in trying out a remaster of Beyond Good and Evil? I'm not familiar with that game, so I would say maybe. The game's an action-adventure game mixed with stealth and intriguing story to keep one hooked. I would say I would need to like look at a trailer for it. I don't know that one. FPS used to be my go-to, not anymore, bit over it. Have you ever heard of Cry of Fear? I don't, have I? Hang on, let me go to Steam. One sec. Let's see, Steam featured, Cry of Fear. Free game. Psychological humor, co-op horror game, 702. No. No, I don't know that one. I do not know that one. Beyond Good and Evil remake is janky. Avoid it like the plague. Avoid it like the plague. Am I allowed to post a trailer? No, just put it on. If you want me to play it, just put it on the recommendation list, and that way I'll guaranteed see it later. If it's like a trailer for a horror game, I definitely don't want to watch it right now during the morning stream because people have kids in the room. Did I hear a horror game? Yeah, we're planning next Halloween on Bluebell. Have you played Plague Tale Innocence? Yeah. Yeah. Let's hang on a second. So I've actually played Plague Tale Innocence and Plague Tale Requiem, both of them. Amazing games and story, and they are, the playthroughs of both of those are on the Mukluk Plays YouTube channel if you are interested in seeing me play through those. Muck, have you heard of Star Wars The Force Unleashed? I know Star Wars has tons of games. I don't know which one that is. Are you going to watch the end of The Shadow of the Mad King on Lion's Arch? The end of The Shadow of the Mad... No, I don't care. No, I don't care. Okay. So, Blish HUD. Let me see here. Alright, timers. Okay. So, what I got is we have got the Blish HUD overlay system. For those who don't know what Blish HUD is, Blish HUD allows you to run like 50 to 70 other modules in the game. So for example, here's one where I can access all my mounts with one button instead of having to have like 9 different mount hotkeys. Here's one with all the upcoming event timers in the game without me having to open the wiki page. Stuff like that, okay? And then over here, we have got the script for, well, this is a template, but basically the script for a video that would be about timers. So timers it always reminded me of Deadly Boss mods from World of Warcraft. And basically what it is you run it and it allows you to see little timers on the screen when you are fighting raid bosses. So, for example, like, oh, Veil Guardian's going to hit the whole raid like a truck in 5 seconds. You know, Sabbatha, your cannon is coming up in 3 seconds, things like that. And there are some bosses, namely Sabbatha and Doom, where this is extremely helpful. And we're going to explore this add-on, try it out. So, probably have to do some raids. And then make a guide on how to use this program, because if I can figure out how to do it one time, I can then help a few thousand other people do it in the future. So that is the goal here. I have Blish HUD downloaded, but what is this Guild Wars 2? It sounds like I don't need it. What is Guild Wars 2? What? You troll. Force Unleashed is basically hack and slash or use the Force. Yes, you could fling stormtroopers around. I played the... What was the Souls-like Star Wars games? Jedi Survivor and the other Jedi game? I played Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order. They were both cool. They were fun. So I did. Those are the last 2 Star Wars themed games that I've played. Doom CM Winmuck. I've tried it with pugs before, and honestly, okay, now I grant you, if I went to Doom CM right now, I'd have to relearn the fight. It's been too long. The last time I went there, though, I understood the fight, and after a few hours of us wiping because of other people, I stepped out. It's it's not worth it to me. I got enough footage to make a guide on it. Muck plays Dark Souls. I've played many Souls-likes. Yeah. Here, hang on a second. Where's that filter thing? Let's see. We fully cleared, what? Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Ghosts of Tsushima, Lords of the Fallen, Lies of P, Armored Core 6, Remnant 2, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order, Dark Souls 2. No, sorry, not Dark Souls 2. I haven't played that one. Dark Souls 3, I've cleared. Steel Rising. Yeah, I have played and cleared many Souls-likes. The Jedi Souls games came to me as bad Sekiro games. Didn't really like them and played Sekiro instead. You know, funny enough, the only Souls game I've ever refunded was Sekiro. I didn't like that one. All those other games I just named, I loved them. But Sekiro, I refunded that one. I didn't like it. I think it was because there was no customization in that game. It was like, you were dude with sword. You could not do a pyromancy run. You couldn't do a sorcery run. You couldn't do a bow run. You couldn't do a dual wield run. You couldn't do a sword and shield run. You were guy with sword. And if you didn't like that build, tough. That's what you were playing through the whole game. So there was like no customization at all. I think that was my biggest gripe. Like, I didn't enjoy how that guy played, and you can't change it. Atmuck, do you like pirates? Yeah, I've been watching a bunch of Pirates of the Caribbean clips. I enjoyed the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, if that's what you're talking about. In that case, you don't get to be happy in that game. Yeah, you don't get to be happy. So, yeah, I played it for... How much time did I mean, maybe someday I'll try it again. How much time did I put into Sekiro? Oh, wait, no, I didn't refund it. I guess I played too long. So, I went 14 hours before I put it down. It was like, I'm done with this. Yeah, so I got 14 hours into it. And then I just stopped. So, no, I actually didn't refund it. I couldn't. I played too much. Muck when he mad and shoot ponybow. That's quite some time. Wow, yep. That was a lot of time to decide I wasn't enjoying myself. Force Unleashed predates Jedi Survivor. I played on PS2. Dated now, but it's not a bad game. Sort of like God of War Combat in the Star Wars universe. But I've heard many people have trouble getting to run on PC. You know, probably the oldest game that people have asked me to play is, hold on. I'm trying to find it. This is probably the most dated game that I frequently get requests to play. God knows what I have to do to make it work, though. But that one comes up quite frequently. Hey, Mugga Chat. Hi, Jack. Play Space Marine. If you mean Space Marine 2, I cleared it. Fantastic game. I haven't played the first one. Force Unleashed predates Jedi Survivor. I played on PS2. Dated now, but not a bad game. Sort of like God of War Combat in the Star Wars universe, but I've heard many people had trouble getting it to run on PC. Get the GOG version. It's like it's likely updated to work with current OS. Dawn of War 2 is probably my most memorable favorite RTS. Why not play GTA? Grand Theft Auto? Okay. I typically don't like games where I could just go outside and do that thing. Grand Theft Auto, I could just go outside and do that. Now, I don't recommend it, but it's like, I already live in a world where that happens. So, you know, like, show me a game that's like sci-fi. Show me a game that's like, you know, magic and fantasy. Like, don't just show me a game where a guy just robs a 7-Eleven. Like, I live near Atlanta. I already see 7-Elevens get robbed. I don't need to see that. No, I have never been drawn to the Grand Theft Auto series. You read my message twice and it seems you not notice. What's your message? Hold on a second. Hold on, Corey, I'm scrolling up. Force Unleashed predates Jedi Survivor. I played it on PS2. Dated now, but not a bad game. Sort of like God of War Combat Star Wars universe, but I've heard many people have trouble getting to run on PC. Yeah, I did read this. Like, what? I don't have anything to add to that. I haven't played Force Unleashed. I didn't play on a PS2. I'm sorry. I did read your message. I have nothing to add to that. Did you play Baldur's Gate 3? Wait. Did you play Bladder's Gate 3? That's a typo and a half. I'm gonna assume you just meant to say Baldur's Gate and you're on a phone or something. I played through Baldur's Gate 3 twice right after it came out. Each run was over 100 hours. I did a good run and a Dark Urge run, and they were amazing. What's the max mastery level currently in game? Slightly higher than what I'm at, because I've been lazy on this last one. So, not quite there yet. So it's above 582. I'm currently 582. I'd be interested to see a Dead Space playthrough. I have done a playthrough of Dead Space 1 and the Dead Space 1 remake. They're both on Mukluk Plays if you would like to watch it. I haven't played Dead Space 2. How about you play Yakuza and be a real boy?
Guys, look at me. I'm so curvy.
A real boy. Okay, the #1 clip I've seen from Yakuza is him is the main character fighting against a bunch of grown men who are wearing full diapers. Now, I don't know what percentage of the game is that, but for you to say that that's a real boy makes me have opinions on you. You done Enshrouded though, right? Enshrouded is in early access, so you can't finish it, but I have played 43 hours of it. Very cool game. A lot of Japanese games have that level of craziness. Okay. BioShock 1, 2, and Infinite. I cleared all the BioShocks before I was a streamer, so those I don't have recorded, but yes, I played them, and yes, they were awesome. BioShock 1 was the best one, though. Have you tried any of the Just Cause games? I don't think so. It doesn't ring a bell. There's another funny game that resembles GTA, but is actually both whack and fun, Saints Row 3. Again, it's mainly like, you know, punks and crimes, so I've never tried it. I admit I've never tried it, but I've never really been drawn to trying it. I could enjoy Bioshock 1, people just kept screaming at me all the time. Bioshock 1 had such a crazy twist near the end. Like, the writing was really good. I don't remember the screaming, unless it was just people yelling for help or something. I hope Enshrouded sponsors Muck twice again when the game full comes out. Yeah, I did do a sponsored stream for Enshrouded during the early access. Don't know if I'd recommend playing Dante's Inferno. Has sickening whoa, not reading that. Borderlands 2? Yeah, Borderlands 2 was fantastic. Played that a lot. Was that on Steam or was that on another platform? Hang on. Borderlands 2, yeah, 106 hours played. And Borderlands the pre-sequel, 63 hours. And I think Borderlands 3, when I got it, was only on Epic, so I think I have that on Epic. The enemies were constantly yelling at you? Oh, well, they're enemies. Have you heard of Inco Latus Don't Stop Girly Pop? No, I have not. Don't you have a recommendation website? Yeah, I have. There's lots of people asking me if I've played XYZ or something like that. So I was just responding. What type of drink tastes different every time you take a sip? Variety. Oh my god. That reminds me of the Iron Druid books. The guy made a drink that basically kept kind of resetting his age to like 40, so he could basically live forever, and he called it Immortality because he brewed it like tea. Watch your response video, Mug. Please don't listen to haters. You'll never escape them completely since they are everywhere on the internet. Focus on the good things. Hope you're doing well and keep your great work. Hey, Nima4, thank you for the kind words. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm much better now. I'm actually considering unlisting the video. Like, not taking it down. It would, if I did that, it would still be there so people could see it if they wanted to. But that video has blown up. Like, on average, one of my guides gets 10,000 views. If it's not a guide and I post a video, less than 10K. That video has gotten 51,000 views in a week. It is getting pushed hard by the YouTube algorithm, and I never thought I would say this, but I didn't want that for that video. And it is, at this point, it's starting to Uno reverse. It's starting to just send harassment to the people that made my life a living hell for a while. And it's just like, I just wanted people to leave me alone, you know? And so I'm really, really considering just unlisting the video. What did you post? I'll link it to you and you can watch it if you wish to. Let's see. I'll be an honest response video keeps showing me recommendations. I'm kind of sick of remembering the drama. Yeah, it's people, dude. It's funny because in my mind, I gave it a thumbnail that was boring so that the only people that would click it were people that were really interested in that subject matter. But it completely backfired and it has blown up and it's just like YouTube is recommending it to everybody right now. Are you running ads on it? YouTube runs ads on all videos except videos that are specifically designed for children, like with puppets or something. So I do have revenue turned on that video because even if I turned revenue off, YouTube would still run ads on that video. So yeah, I have, as a full-time content creator, I have revenue turned on pretty much every video I make. So yeah, if I was just wanting the ad revenue from that video, I would leave it up and I would let it keep pushing out and I would keep, you know, getting ad revenue from it. But again, that's not what that video is about. Dumb question. Anyone know which of the 3 extra life totals is correct? Wait, what? The extra life totals. No, I don't know. I haven't been following that. Sorry, I did catch it was the embed video, but honestly, this harassment you first properly, there's no sympathy backfiring on them. So in my, on that topic, in my mind, like, I believe that Nike did send the stuff on purpose and was malicious about it. I think Darren's was just an idiot. Now, I mean, Darren's, if you see this later, I'm sorry. I think that Darren's was just an idiot when in regards to not considering the consequences of what he was doing. He was just like, oh, hey, look at these cool math facts. And then the problem was he was using me as an example through 3 full videos, and he was just painting a giant target on me and sent mobs of people after me. I don't think he meant to do that, but that is what he did. Now, that does not mean he deserves having, just hordes and hordes of people go harass him. That was never what I wanted. I even said as much in my video. I was like, please don't go after these people, which didn't work. And I was just like, I just wanted a lot of eyes on the problem so that I would get left alone after a month of harassment. And it worked. It stopped overnight. Like, it just suddenly stopped. I don't know who was doing it, but it just completely ceased. Cold turkey. But I am seeing every video he posts. Like, he posted a video yesterday about, day before yesterday, about this trick you can do where you, when you talk in squad text, you can color the text. And he was still getting hate about me under his video. And I was like, man, he doesn't deserve that. Like, people go into, like, every single video he makes, that just blasting it, like, that, he doesn't deserve that. That's not what this was about. So, yeah. But yeah, I won't lie. When I first found out of it, a small, very mean part of me was like, oh wow, wonder how that feels. To be fair, better put the do not harass message at the front of the video next time. Lloyd, that might be the better thing to do. I will say, I don't have a lot of experience making videos asking people to stop harassing me. That was a first. It's not a skill I've developed. So yeah, you might be 100% correct that I should have had that message at the beginning of the video and not near the end. Should have mentioned in the video that people shouldn't go over there and write dumb stuff. I did, Neophyte. I did say that. So yeah, anyway. I don't know. Like, I got what I wanted, which was just an end to, me getting attacked every day, but I was not trying to send a mob of people to someone else and do the same thing to someone else. So I haven't decided yet. You know what it kind of feels like? Because it kind of feels like the situation where, like, you have, like, a kid in school, and the kid's getting bullied a lot. And then one day that little kid finally snaps, and he turns and he hits the bully. And then the teacher looks over, and the teacher only sees the last hit. And then the kid who hit the bully is suddenly, like, getting a lot of attention on them for attacking someone else. It's not the same, but I kind of feel like that. Where I've just got, like, a lot of people like, wow, Muck's sending mobs of people to attack other people now. Wow, that's crazy. And I'm just like, that was not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. Let's see. He got a lot of backlash for giving false information around. Yeah. There's a link on launcher and link in game you select an event. 2 pages, 2 totals. Hello there. Hello, Trozana. Welcome.
Hello there.
Out of the pan, into the fire. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was talking with Snebzor last night. Dude, I think he forgot about time changes. He kept messaging me at like 2:30 a.m. And Snebzor, I consider Sneb to be a very down-to-earth, nice guy. Like, I think he's probably a good husband and a good father, because he seems like a really good guy to talk to. I disagree with him on many things, but I like talking to him. He seems like a good guy. And he considers himself to be a friend of Darren's. And he was like, yeah, dude, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't want to make another video, like, defending himself, but at the same time, he's getting blasted on, like, every single video he's ever made. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, that was not my goal. So, I don't know. We'll see. At Muck, would you marry Snebzor? I mean, we're both taken, so there's no use dwelling on what could have been, you know. Honestly speaking, neither you nor Darren said anything terribly bad about each other. It's always the drama seekers. Oh yeah, I mean, if I just wanted to just say bad things about people in the video, I would have mentioned what like Nike said about my kid. But I didn't include that because I was just trying to put out the facts and then, you know, then be done with it. Maybe make a joint video with him having a conversation or share the results on both channels. God, dude, I don't know. Maybe a collab or something would smooth things over. Really, after I posted my video and the drama stopped, I just wanted to just me live my life, him live his life, and then just never interact again. Like, I didn't wish ill will on him, but he did put me through hell, so I didn't want to ever talk with him again. Now, it seems like because of my freaking conscience, I might have to do something else. Muck the drama streamer? Yes, I love drama so much, I'm discussing taking down my drama video. I watched your video the other day. I had no idea what was going on, but was concerned for your well-being. I'm glad you're not getting abused anymore. That bless you in your content. Thank you, Soul. Yeah, I'm doing better now. Can we put it behind us, like, right now? I mean, I'm not trying to, like, stir anything up here. I'm talking about the future. Raid timer thing. Okay, raid timer thing. So, Blish HUD. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let me do this. Let me turn off the in-game sound so that I can focus here. All right, so I've got the template that I usually use for making Blish HUD guides. And the Blish HUD guides, let's see. I'm going to read through this out loud to see if there's any mistakes I need to fix, and then we'll start adding in the custom stuff. Timers Showcase Guild Wars 2 Blish HUD Guide. Introduction. Hey gamers, Mukluk here. This is a showcase video for the Blish HUD Overlay Timers module. What does it do? Okay, so let's get into that. So timers. The timers, here we go. We've got it enabled. And let's do... Where is the settings? Oh, it gets its own tab right here. That's right. Okay. So you go in here and you can set this stuff up here. Where? Don't you see them? Enable timers. Wasn't there one for Veil Guardian Greens? Or maybe I'm thinking of a different add-on, a different module. Because I don't see Veil Guardian in here. Nick and Nut. Sikadim. The two top fights I think about when I think about, you know, could this be helpful to someone is either Sabbatha or Doom. One of the two of those. Let's see. Evening Mug. Hello, Keon. How you doing? Watch the drama response. You generally couldn't have done much better in what you posted as a response. I mean, I thought so, but, you know, the problem might be that I made too good of a response video, and now it's just like it's gone completely out of control. So that's why I was discussing taking it down or like unlisting the video. So you needed a direct link or something, just because it's gotten pushed. It's like left the community at this point. Like if Guild Wars 2 was just like a continent on a planet, it has gone into space at this point, and it has just gotten so many other people involved. There's HTCM on the module. Yeah. So the thing it does, let's see, if I go in here, let's see, enable timers, current map, invalid, Spirit Veil. Okay. See, I could go through here, and there's strikes. Are all these just CMs? Initial boon rip. Boss attacks. Simulation. Where does that go? This timer is meant for out-of-combat purposes. Use the global mechanics timer during combat. Click to reload timer. Encounter, main harvest, simple CM, core simulation, not loaded. Okay. I'll be honest, don't criticize yourself. Stupid people are idiots. Takes time to regenerate and then decide the next steps. Yeah. My last 2 cents about it. If you and Darren's ever talk, just do a simple video for you two saying you're both through the drama. Should stop everyone from fanning the fumes. Yeah, how about a video where it's like me and Darren's and we're talking and we're shaking hands and we're just talking about how like we're friends, but with the other hand we're just stabbing each other in the back repeatedly. I'm sure I could get Noxxi to add some knives, like knife animations or something. Yes, we are friends through clenched teeth. We are friends now. Everything's fine. Yeah. Is Chip nearby? Chip is in the living room, asleep on the sofa, curled into a ball. It's Tuesday, Halloween is today. Anybody know if there's something fun being added today? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Love your videos, King. Keep it up. Thank you, Desco. I wouldn't do a stream with them. We'll see what the future holds. In any case, right now, I'm trying to find the best way to tackle this. So, let's read this. Let's see. What does it do? Okay. Does the module page have any example footage? This is the module page. No. Detailed overlays for timer-based mechanics. Timers include Sabbatha cannons, Doom Greens, and much more. Never miss important raid strike fractal mechanics again. Okay, so how would I describe this to a newbie noob? Let's see. Oh, turn off bold and underline. What does it do? The timers module displays an overlay during selected boss fights, which will show you when an upcoming crucial event is about to happen, so that you are ready for it and it doesn't sneak up on you. Okay. Reminds me of a Trump and Kim Jong meeting, walking towards each other with reaching a hand out, but edited to walk past another at the other screen. Okay, what you said reminded me of that clip of, I think it was Kim Jong and Putin that met, and they each had a drink, and then they both looked at each other, and neither of them wanted to take the first drink in case it was poison, so they just stood there really awkwardly while a bunch of photos were taken of them, neither of them drinking. That would be useful for someone rated like me. I remember that one. Yeah, yeah. Alright, timers module displays an overlay during selected boss fights, which will show you when an upcoming crucial event is about to happen so that you're ready for it and it doesn't sneak up on you while you are focused on other parts of the fight. How to set it up. Okay, to use this module, you'll first... Now, this part is the same for every video. I just need to make sure that I've changed everything for timers. To use this module, you'll first need to set up Blish HUD. We have a guide for that. I will link in the description down below. The setup only has to be done one time and allows you quick access to the many modules within it. After setting up Blish HUD, open Guild Wars 2 and Blish HUD at the same time. If you run Guild Wars 2 as an admin, you'll need to run Blish HUD as admin as well. Once it is visible on the bar at the top, click the Blish icon. Okay, hold on. Yeah, all right. Excuse me. Click the Blish icon. Click the gear on the left-hand side if it is already selected. Select the module repo, which opens a list of modules available to you. Scroll down to timers or search timers in the box at the top. I'm pretty sure I just did that, so it should be fine. Module repo. And time bless you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm getting blessings from all over the world. Let's see. If you run as click timers. Click that should only take a few seconds. After the install is completed, which should only take a few seconds, click on Manage Modules below the repo. Alright, so this one's actually different. So instead of going Manage Modules Timers, well, no, I mean, we go in here. Okay, so Timers is one of the only modules I've seen that has its own tab here on the left-hand side. So I might actually have to change this a little bit. So, let's do this. Manage modules below the reaver. Click down to timers and click enable module. Okay, so right here we need to start adding new information. So on this screen, there's only a couple things. There's open timers directory. Pretty sure that's just in Windows. I'm gonna click that, but I'm expecting just like a file explorer. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Okay. All right, and then show debug text for creating timers. Place top left corner. All timer triggers will ignore or require comments that allow you to test them freely. Sort categories. When enabled, categories from loaded timer files are sorted in alphanumerical order. Otherwise, categories are in the order they are loaded. The module needs to be restarted to take effect. Show reset button. Alphanumerical order. Does that mean, like, okay, hold on a second. Like, if I go to timers and I go to this, it's not alphabetical. It's Cairn, then Mersat, then Deimos. Deimos should be in the middle. Oh, it's in the order you find them in? Yeah. Because that's first boss, and then second boss, fourth boss. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah. These are in the order of when you run into them. All right, so that's fine. All right, so if I change that, let's see here. Dang it. Let's see if I go to this and go to. God, why is the screen not thing? Okay. When you look categories from loaded timer, alphanumerical. All right. Sort categories. Requires the thing to be restarted. All right. So if I do disable and then enable. All right, it's loading. Wow. Takes a second. I think almost every other module I made a guide for, when you would turn it off and then back on, it took like a second. So I guess this one has got more baggage. All right, so if I go here. Now, nope, they're not alphabetical. Okay, so it's not this that's changing. Whatever it is changing, it's not that. Categories from loaded timer files. All right. Show reset button. Trigger key 0 for timers that require keys to trigger. Okay. I vaguely remembered this. It has been a while since I used this program, but basically there's some fights where you need to hit a key right when something happens, and then it starts the timer. I'm trying to remember an example of that. If any of you recall an example of that, let me know. So, like, if I go to Sabbatha here, displays, arrow, where the cannon spawns, where to throw, unique times for 1 through 3 cannons. I think there's a section that shows all timers. Yeah, it's right there. Zera's shield. The simulation you were looking at had a trigger key. The simulation I was looking at? Timers. On the simulations tab. Click to toggle timer. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Hotkey, trigger key 0. This timer is only meant for out of combat purposes. Alright, reload. And then what, 0? No, nothing happened. Okay. So nothing happened there. Start the time as in starts the encounter. I'm not sure. That's something I need to better understand to be able to explain it. The timer is meant for out-of-combat purposes, uses the global mechanics timer during combat, enforces reset button for timer reset. Add-on timer function is the same as this timer. It should be enabled alongside this timer. This timer simulates the base encounter, does not account for missing fast or otherwise bugged attacks and mechanics. You might too actually be in the fight to test it out. But this is literally the out-of-combat test. It says out-of-combat test purposes. So I don't think that's it. Okay. Let's see. Spirit Veil. The Sabbatha. Turn that on. Sloth to start, need to eat the mushroom. Yeah, but you eat the mushroom to begin the fight. Let me see. Slothosaur. Type is automatic. Yeah, you don't have to use the key for this one. What's one you have to use the key for? Hang on a second. None of these. Automatic. Type hotkey. Deimos? Unnatural signet. Activate when unnatural signet is applied the first time, and the timer assumes 0% alacrity. Okay. So this one, you press the button when Deimos does the unnatural signet, and then every time, then the timer would be synced up with the signet. Okay, and this one here, oil timings. You have to press this hotkey when Deimos hits 60%. So the overlay can't tell when the boss hits 60% on its own. You press this button at 60%, and then it will be able to tell you each time oils are spawning. Is this Guild Wars 2 Deadly Boss mods? Yes. Yeah, basically. The thing is that in Guild Wars 2, there's 25 raid encounters, and then outside of that, there's strikes. And of those raid encounters, not many of them need something like this. Using eye is hard. Oh yeah, I mean, for me on the oils, I just step out of it. I think better examples of when it's really useful is the greens on Doom. Because, like, if you're, green number 3, then you might see a green and be like, wait, is it green 2's turn or is it green 3's turn? Something like that. Or maybe it's at the other end of the room and you got to be over there and be ready before it even begins. Stuff like that. So Doom is a good example of when this add-on is really useful, and Sabbatha is a good example of when it's really useful. Sabbatha can be really bothersome if you don't have like some people there that are ready for that. Okay. All right, so I think I get I think I've reminded myself the gist of how this works. Most of the fights are automatic. Because most of them, it's just like, okay, the boss every 30 seconds does this, or every 45 seconds it does this, and it will have timers for that. Outside of that, you've got a few fights where you hit a button at a certain percentage of the boss's health, and then it will start a timer manually that is synced up with a new ability that the overlay is not able to do all by itself. If any of that sounds wrong, tell me, but I think that's it. It has markers for HP events too, and noted on the HP bar of the boss. I don't know if that's timers or if that's something else. Hang on a second. Module repo timer. Detailed overlay for timer-based mechanics. Timers include Sabbatha cannons, Doom greens, much more. Never miss important raid strike fractals again. What else do I have? Clears tracker. That's just, we can just remove that. I'm not using that. Item search, stream out, regions of Tyria, chat shorts, mounts, and more HP. HP grids, I think, is the thing that shows it on the HP bar of the boss, Jackals. I think it's this one. Wait, what? Oh. Hey, all, please tell me, is Guild Wars 2 update today? If not, when? It is Guild Wars patch day. I don't know if there's anything major going to be added today. The Halloween event is ending today. Alright, so if anything, I should probably turn off the HP grids thing while I'm doing this so that I make sure to get footage of just one module at a time. Distance rings, disable that. Tyrian QOL, I don't think I'm using any of this right now. Let's see, event table, gathering tools, timers. Okay. What Twitch, why did that message need to be approved? Soap, it's because the last word of your sentence or your post was the word aids. And you were talking about like visual aids or hearing aids, but Twitch just locked on to the word aids. Let's see, loading screen hints, events and metas observer. At Muk, did you see what I DM'd on Discord earlier? No, because it was after I started the stream. Hey, I want to throw this out there. anyone here, you are welcome to message me on Discord anytime. I do not have sound notifications turned on when I am asleep, so they will not wake me up. You can send me stuff at 4 in the morning. I don't care. Also, I don't have sound notifications on when I'm streaming. So I do not, if you send me something while I'm streaming, I see it after the stream unless you really yell at me to go look at it. That's just how I operate. But other than that, I will look at Discord stuff like 24/7. Is it important, Jackals? Is that why you're telling me to look at it now? No. Oh, no. Jackals, I usually just do that for the evening thing. Okay. I think I have set this. Okay, so let me go back to the guide so far. After install is complete, it'll take a few seconds. Scroll down to timers, click enable module. Okay. You should see an hourglass icon appear on the left hand side of this this window. Click that to open the what should we call this? The timers menu. From here, go to actually wait, hold on a sec. Back for the setup. I should probably talk about that button. Trigger key 0. Let's see. Click on and manage modules. Click enable module. Okay. While on this screen, let's see. Note the trigger keys, the trigger key bindings you can set up at the bottom of this window. This will be relevant later on, so just know that to set key bindings for this, you do it here if it is needed. Okay, there we go. Let's see, key bindings isn't a word? Key bindings is 2 words. Okay, there we go. All right. Delta says, I joined the Discord. Will message if I ever find anything worth bothering you with. That's totally fine. Philip says, I use timers to learn Green 1 on Doom. After a few weeks, I didn't need any more. Good too, because now I'm on Linux and Blish isn't working great on Linux. Oh. Well, yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool to learn. Like, I know, I think Doom Greens and Sabbath Cannons are probably the leading 2 reasons that people might download this. Okay. Let's see, Hourglass, click on that to go over the timers menu. Okay. From here, navigate. Let's see. Well, no, not navigate. Hang on. What have we got? So from here, there's all timers has all the bosses. And then the rest is just them sorted out. Ascalonian Catacombs Gravelings. Okay. I need to understand how to get the simulation to work, because I have not been able to do so. I think I can get this thing working without that, but I still need to figure out how to get the simulation to work. Because I click this thing, and I click reload timer, and it does this, and that's it. I don't see how to get the timers to pop up and do anything. I am not sure. Aside from that, though, I would say the timers menu. From here, you can search search bosses based on location, or just find them on the all timers list. For our example here, I'm going to use one of the bosses that this module is very handy on, Sabbatha. Sabbatha is in Raid Wing 1, so I'm going to click on Wing 1 Spirit Veil, and you can press the eyeball icon next to any of these to enable it. For example, if you are in charge of doing the first and third cannons, or odd jumper, as it is sometimes called, you could turn on the timers. You could just turn on the timer for Cannon 1-3 so that you see it during the fight. Or if you were the backup jumper, maybe just turn on the all cannons setting so you can keep an eye on all of them. For any fight, you want the timers on. Navigate to it in these menus and press the eyeball to enable it. To disable it, just click the eye again. Okay, this reminds me of a tech support guide. That's the whole thing, is basically, I struggled through this one time and set this up, and then in the future, this might help 1, 2, or 10,000 people. So, yeah. Honestly, I wish I could do this with the guy who made the module on a call. It would be a lot easier then, but c'est la vie. Now, here we are. Alright, so we've got that. And for any of you who've ever watched any of my Get to the Point guides or how to make a legendary guides or anything like that, this is how it starts. This is how they all begin, is me fumbling through it and writing stuff down. Okay. Let's see. At this point, we need to talk about what was, let's see, like Deimos oil timings. Okay. All right. For any fight that you wish to enable timers on, mouse over the little spyglass, and it will say if it is an automatic timer. All right, so future Noxxi, if you see this, like there's one that says automatic, or a hotkey timer. If it is a hotkey timer, it will have a basic instructions, such as press hotkey 0 when boss hits 60% health, then this timer will be accurate from that point forward. To explain why this works the way it does, the overlay cannot see the boss's hit points, but it does know that after the boss hits 50% health, he does a big attack every 30 seconds, or whatever, and can keep track of that if you let it know the first one is happening with the hotkey, with the earlier mentioned hotkey. Okay, all right, so I think that's a decent description of that. And let's see, what do we got? Tebaldo, thank you for the Prime sub, dude. I appreciate that. Welcome. All right. All right, so I think at this point, I have got Spirit Veil on, and I think what I need to do from here is get a raid group to go do, like, Raid Wing 1, ending with Sabbatha, and get footage of this add-on working on cannons. Like, I would be one of the cannon jumpers. And then I would have some really juicy footage for that fight. So, let me make a squad. And I'm gonna go to the aerodrome. And so he's on EU. I am on EU, that is correct. This is a healthcare stream. That's right. I think you need to be inside Harvest Temple instance for that simulation to work. Okay, I might need to check on that later on then. Because that would be pretty easy to check. Best cannon jumper is Bladesworn. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I just need to get footage. So I'll just do it as Untamed. Alright. So, let's try this out. Let's test the water and see if I can get some help with this. If not, then I will try again during the evening stream. So for those who might be interested, here's the squad join command. I am on EU servers. I'm on European servers. And I would love to get some people together to blast through Raid Wing 1. And I can be Quickness Untamed for one of the groups, and we can get footage for this guide. I would if you were on Burgerland servers. Oh, wait, no, you said Boogerland. Boogerland, gross. Since your question, why do you say that? I assume Tabe thinks that, like, the Bladesworn just jumps up there and then just weeb slashes and then leaves. But I will say the cannons are very fragile. I remember the first time I went up on cannon, because I was so used to being the healer as a druid. The first time I went up on a cannon, I killed the cannon in like 3 seconds. And I'm like, that's it? This is what DPS are always complaining about and they're not willing to do? This is ridiculous. Are you on EU for higher DPS?
If you give me 5 floor, never I desire. Let's go.
Considering I'm an NA player, being on EU could arguably reduce my DPS because of latency. But it's usually okay. Morning Muck, hi chat. Hello, Illusionist. You can start channeling before they throw the bomb, land slash, or glide back because you literally one-shot the cannon. Gotcha. We got a bunch of people. Okay, there we go. Alright, we got 8 so far. Alright, so let's see. I'll be quick DPS. Do we have an Alack heal? Alias is a Alack heal. Okay. And let's see. We got 2 slots remaining, chat. We got 2 slots remaining. Noir says quick heal. So if we get an Alack DPS +1. We'd be perfect. Did AV reset? Alterac Valley? I have no idea. That would be a big improvement. Most classes one-shot it. I thought there was some weird interaction like mid-jump or something. Ellie says Phil. Let's see. Ellie, if you can Alack heal, that would... Or sorry, not Alack heal. Sorry, I misspoke. Alack DPS for group 3, then we'd have all the essentials. Astral Vault. No. 8 hours remaining, it says on the daily screen. And then 14 days on the special screen. Let me see, Astral Rewards. Yeah, we still got like 2 weeks. Watching stream, second time here, be gentle. Hey Curie, I would recommend go like really quickly watch the Get to the Point Veilguard video, because that'll be the first point, the first boss. It's nothing complicated, and you'll be ready in like 2 minutes if you do that. That was my favorite clip from Muck's Dead of Night playthrough. Which one? I'm guessing the one where the murderer yelled at me and I yelled back at him because I got scared. That Char was having a seizure. Yeah, he was doing animation break dancing, which makes the top half of your body break dance and the bottom half hold still. All right, chat, we got room for one more. We got one more DPS. Or we need one more DPS to fill. Any takers? Free ride through Raid Wing 1. There we go. We got somebody. Wonderful. Muk, can I join? Anyone can join. I put the command to join in the chat. It was just the first people who type in the command gets in. All right. Here we go. Spirit Veil. Oh, I am rusty. It has been a bit, you guys. It has been a bit.
All right, let's find these soldiers.
Hey Muk. 29 months, holy scrit. Thanks for the 2+ years of good times.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Jabbers. Thank you, thank you. Okay, to my squad. We need at least some Condi damage, because the red guy's immune to power. Do we have any Condi damage dealers? I'm hoping just to see at least 1 or 2 minimum. Warushi says I have. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Waiting on Jian and Adapt to get here. Jian and Adapt, you two on the way? I should hop on Discord too, so there's no latency. Hang on a second. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so anyone who's in the squad, if you wish to hear me with no delay, because Twitch sometimes, or YouTube stream sometimes says that, I'm in the commander channel of our Discord. It is not required, but if you want to hear me with no delay, that's where I am right now. Aren't you the one with the punching poison build? Wait, what? Oh, in God of War Ragnarok, yeah. Muk, are you going to continue your DA playthrough? I didn't enjoy the game at first, so I'm 27 hours into it. It's gotten much better further in. I am 20 hours into Veilguard, and last night I turned the difficulty down to the lowest setting just to speed through the end of the game as fast as possible. So I'm pretty let down by the game. I am intending to finish the MSQ, but beyond that, I'm just blasting through it and ignoring side quests and stuff. Immune to power, that's the thing. It is only this one fight, Shunketsu. This red guy basically just takes Condi damage. Okay. Alright, so for those that are here, we got more than enough to clear the trash. 3, 2, 1, going toward this blue guy. CC. Alright. Okay. Careful with your pulls. The red one will spawn these little red orbs, and they are invulnerable and do a lot of damage. If you have knockbacks, you can push them away, but don't pull them on top of us like that one person just did, because they hurt. And this is the one where, if you notice, if you're doing power damage, it's like really sad on this fight. Get ready to CC. All right. Okay. Healers, are either of you experienced in tanking the boss? It would be best if one of the healers can... Okay, cool. Alright. Inanye says they've got it. Awesome, thank you. Please, let's see. Inanye, can you do a toughness check? Just, put what your toughness is in the squad chat. 1800. Okay, so everybody else here, please make sure you have less than 1800 toughness. The boss will simply chase around whoever has the most toughness, and we want that to be Inanye. Thank you for the ascended foods. I am gonna go nom nom that. Today I learned. It depends on the... Not every boss is like that, but this boss is like that, just to be clear. Okay. So everybody should know what to do. And Anya, go ahead and pull it when you're ready. Okay, when that green circle closes, we're gonna get hit. Watch out for the reds. Knock them away if you can. Okay, phase. Condi people go to the red pillar, everyone else go to the blue pillar, except one of the tanks will pull from the green over to the blue. Okay, just wait on the Condi people to finish. They're almost done. CC the boss. Watch out for the glowing pizza slice. I'll res the far person. Alright, I burned Spirit of Nature for that, so that's on cooldown. Okay, big hit coming, big hit coming. Okay, split up to your sides again. Nice job on blue. That one dropped quick. Get ready to CC green. Good. All right. Just wait on the red team to finish. Okay, we're going to fight closer to the middle for this next part because there will be more rapid movement between the three pie slices. I can AoE res in 4 seconds if it's still needed. Doing it now. Ooh, little spicy, but, you know, it's a pug. So, nice job. We one-shotted it.
Boot prints. They ran through this area. Why didn't they
I got
return?
ascended boots.
Who released me? What's going on? You did this to us?
We did nothing of the sort. Out of our way.
Alright, before we drop down, let me just... I'm just gonna throw some symbols here, just so we can yell, like, go to this symbol or go to that symbol. Here's a ready check. Okay, alright, let's go.
You did this to us.
Yes, and we had one newcomer here, I just remembered. So this one's simple. Priority 1, stand in the green circles. Priority 2 is damage anything that you can hit while standing in the green circles. But standing in the circles is the most important thing. Right here in the dead center. I said green circles. It's more of a blue circle. Over to the right. Across the way, long ways. Repeating, it's in the same spot again. Over to the right. Wing 1 background music is such a banger. I agree. I have a playlist of a lot of middle of the room, a lot of Guild Wars 2 music, and a lot of it is Heart of Thorns raid music or Heart of Thorns combat music. Over to the right. Middle of the room. Repeating in the middle of the room. To the right, star. Repeat. The heart marker. Middle of the room. Left of us. Gate. And repeat. Okay.
These humans met a terrible end.
Get behind one of the pillars up ahead and line of sight all the mobs so that they just come to us and we won't have to gather them up. Alright, kill the stragglers.
these people and bind their spirits here?
I sense sadness and anger.
Okay. Let's just do a ready check, make sure everybody knows what to do. The healers should be the ones finishing off the circles behind us. Everyone else should be running toward the walls. Okay, 3, 2, 1, jump. Make sure you run through that circle. Oh my gosh. I was in... I've healed for this raid wing so many times. Even though I said DPS go to the walls, I stood in the circle for longer than I should have. Fighting my own muscle memory here. There's a cliff after this. Make sure that you jump or you're gonna fall. Make sure to pass through the circle that's over to the left. Okay, wall's broken. Our final section with the buttons.
Our family trapped us here, and now this.
Everybody that knows where the buttons are, pick one and hold them down.
Be careful.
Okay, looks like we're done. Good job. All right, for the newcomers, that whole event is effectively the second boss, so that one's done.
What in the eternal alchemy is that?
All right, person who was the tank for the first boss, you okay tanking this one too? Okay, am I the only ranger? I think I am. Okay, so I will take Entangle for the ghosts in case it's needed. When it's time for the ghost killing, let's start at the arrow, and then we will go clockwise around the boss. So that's arrow, and then heart, and then the next one, and then the next one, for anyone who doesn't know clockwise. And just waiting on the last person to get here. Wing 1 is quaint and cozy. Yeah. A lot of us have done it so much that it's a very comfy raid wing. If I were to go do like Wing 7, I'd have to rewatch my own Get to the Point videos. It's been so long. Alright, ready check? Hey Mike, which server is better for raiding NA versus EU? Honestly, as someone who plays on both every week, they feel the same, with rare exceptions. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, EU's the best, or NA's the best. They honestly feel the same. There is some times where a strategy is very, very slightly different on one versus the other, but it's rare. Don't stand in the black goo if a minor movement will get you out of it. It hurts. Okay, kill Star, and then go. Just keep going to the right. I can entangle the last two when they get close, just to buy time. Okay,
That's not a
perfect.
single creature. It's made up of spirits. Lots of spirits.
Okay, ghost thing again. I've got entangle ready. Alright, last two are entangled. If you get the debuff that looks like a spooky ghost, reminder to pick up the yellow balls to remove it, otherwise you're not doing much damage. Can we do enough damage to skip the glide phase? It's looking like maybe. I think we just push. I think we push. Nice job. Nice. Hey, I got a ghostly infusion. Ooh, piece candy. What are those worth these days? 50 gold.
Intruders! Tear them apart! 100 gold for each head. Get chopping!
Prepare to be disassembled.
Alright, again, for the newcomer, for this part, you basically run over there by those stairs to line of sight all these mobs, and then they all come running over to you, and you can AoE them down. Okay. And run on up here. Oh, you guys doing a portal thing. See, I've never done that before. Now we still have to make sure we kill enough of these bandits, or else the next gate won't open, so don't skip too many of them. There's a progress bar at the top right of the screen. What's the stats of that infusion? Vitality, agony resist. We still haven't killed enough bandits. Pick off any you can find. I think that portal trick skipped a few too many. There we go. Okay, that did it.
Useless. What do I pay you for? I'll deal with them myself.
Drop your weapons and release the prisoners, or we'll tear this...
You came all this way for a few soldiers? You really have no idea what's inside this compound, do you?
Wipe it. Like, one, we're still discussing the fight. Two, we're still fighting bandits back here. Okay. Alright. So, this fight, a reminder, the whole reason I'm here is in order to get footage of this lovely timer add-on working. So I will do the odd jumper job, the odd cannons. We need a flat kiter, we need an even jumper, and maybe a backup, but at the very least, we need a flat kiter and an even jumper. And if for some reason we pull and I can't get the timer to work, I will say that, I have to wipe it and fiddle with this for a second. What is the timer icon above the squad? It is reset active timers. It is, I'm not even sure. I might have to ask on that one.
We're over here! Help us!
Alright, usually one of the healers is the flat kiter. Is one of the healers okay with doing that? If I was here on my druid, I would do it, but today I bonk. Inanye says I can swap. Okay, thank you, Inanye. Alright, so they can do the flat kiter. Justo says they can do Phil. So Justo, how about I'll be odd jumper and you be even jumper, if that's okay? So I'll do 1-3, you do 2-4.
We're up here, help us!
Alright, I'm gonna move like halfway across the bridge. Okay. Oh, I can put Entangle away. Don't need that now. Alright, ready check. I'm just gonna throw some markers down. Doesn't matter, it's just for if we have to yell stuff. Lloyd, what? Waiting on Azalea.
Surrender or die.
Okay, so here's the timer right here, chat. So South Cannon in 15 seconds. That hurt. Let's go ahead and GG. I don't know what happened, but we lost someone immediately. Let's go ahead and just GG and reset it real fast. Okay.
We're up here, help us!
Azalea talking to Noir.
Useless. What do I pay you for? I'll deal with them myself.
Over here!
Okay, looks like two people are trading roles. That's totally fine. So we'll just give them a moment. Mug out here teaching again. I think there's one new person here, which is totally fine. I asked them to watch the Get to the Point guide, and I don't even remember who the new person was, because no one's making any glaring mistakes. Main reason I'm here is to get some footage for the timers overlay. I guess I'll hide Arc for now, just so there's less clutter on the screen. Deadly boss mod's yours too? Basically, yeah. There's not many fights that really need it, but it does exist, yeah. I forgot to tell to my first strike past week with Warrior World Guildies, the Jormag one. Nice, congrats. I hope it went smoothly. Mug, if you target Sabbatha, does it show the HP bar split? No, because I turned off that other module we talked about. So timers doesn't do that. Abdelio says, what's the fastest way to get legendary armor? You can get legendary armor from... What is it? PvP, World v World, Raids, or Open World. Open World and World v World are incredibly easy, but very time consuming. Raids requires more effort, but takes the least amount of time. And still takes a number of weeks, but it takes the least amount of time. And then PvP is somewhere in the middle ground, like middle effort, middle time. All right, let me focus on this again. Ready, check. Waiting on Kirikito. You good? Okay, going.
Prepare the cages. We've got some visitors.
Okay, South Cannon in 20 seconds. Again, we can see the timer thing over there. $10 seconds, and then I'll be going south. Okay, be ready to throw. So there was little arrows on the ground there. I'm waiting on the bomb. Throw it at south, please. Okay, cannon's dead. Flying back. West cannon in 10 seconds. West cannon. Throw west. Okay, ignoring west. So next one is me, north. Watch out for the firewall. Okay, I'm running north. Next bomb, get ready. I'm at north. Okay, coming back. Next one is east in 10 seconds. East. Get ready to throw east. Okay, they did get launched. All right, next one is south in 18 seconds.
Knuckles, knock them off the platform.
Get ready to CC Knuckles so they don't knock us off the platform. Very good CC. South in 5.
I can lead you to...
Bite your tongue.
All right, I'm at south. Throw to me. Throw it south, whoever gets it. Good. Okay, next is north in 5. Whoever gets the green circle, get ready to throw north, please. Person who died, did you have a specific job? DPS, okay, thank you. Ow, that really hurt. Gotta run those red circles out better. Alright, next is west in 10. I have to wait for the firewall to pass, then I'm running west. Okay, I'm going west. I'll be there in just a second. Okay, I have the bomb. I can launch myself. Okay, cannon's dead, coming back. Next jumper is east in 5. East in 5 seconds. Firewall, watch out. I'm running south. South in 5. Throw south as soon as you get it. Revive the downstate. Okay, I'm giving up on south. No one threw in time. All right, west in 15 is the next one. West in 5 seconds.
Burn! Burn!
Throw quickly if you get it. Throw to west, throw to west. Well done. Okay, let's just burn Sabbatha down and ignore cannons going forward. We've got enough leeway. Oh, I got blown up. I'm downstate if you can. Thank you. 2%. GG. Nice. Nice. It wasn't perfect, but hey, it was a full pug and we one-shot it. Ignoring that one miss bolt. I'm happy with that. I am more than happy with that.
Bandits were protecting something, and we need to
And that was more than adequate footage for what I needed to show. Thank you guys. I'm gonna go get those bonus chests if anybody else is interested. Yeah, so on my screen, chat, you may have seen, one, we had the little timers that showed, like, you know, next cannon in 5, and it also said where it was, like south or north, which is very helpful. And then also, it was drawing arrows on the ground, if I needed it. I honestly mentally wasn't using those much, but it was pointing arrows toward where I needed to be. But it's also useful if you're just throwing bombs to people. You could, you know, the arrows will show you where the correct pad is. Timer plugin for Blish is great. Yep. That's what this is all about, is just making a little video to showcase it for anyone who needs it in the future. Alright, that was exactly what I needed. Thank you, all of you who joined. I really appreciate that. And putting up with my request, and I'm gonna step out. Awesome. That went really well. That went really, really well. With this, I could actually take cannon spot comfortably. Yeah, the way I used to do it. Hold on, let me show you guys the dark days. Hang on. All right, this. I have it bookmarked. So basically, I'd be like watching the timer, and I'm like, all right, we're 8:40, so the next thing is 8:30, and that's south. And I turn to the game, and I'll be like, all right, south is a heart. And I'll be like, all right, next cannon, heart, 5 seconds. And then it'd be like 7:15, and I'd be like, okay, the next thing is 7. And that's east, and then I'll look at the game, and I'm like, okay, east is a circle, and I'm like, okay, next jumper, get ready for circle. So I would be like, I'd be doing this the whole fight to get through it if I was the shot caller. So I hated being that. Like, I did not mind Sabbatha as long as we had 2 DPS that knew what they were supposed to do with the jumping. But frequently, I would have to do my job, which was usually flat kiting and healing, while also keeping track of this for the jumpers. And I hated it. It reinforced my hatred for, like, deadbeat DPS. Because I was like, you can't keep track of one thing. I'm doing, like, 10 things right now. But, yeah. Okay. I might use some footage from the old Doom guide just for, like, just show a green or something in the background and mention that. Okay. Alright, so, let's see if are you at the back of the tower? Maybe just turn on the all cannon settings so you can keep an eye on them. For any fight you want the timers on, navigate the menu, press and enable it. Click the eye again.
I was the newcomer who mispulled, sorry.
Oh my god, yo, you didn't have to do that. Yo, I'm gonna friggin' take it. I appreciate it. You didn't have to do that. No, it wasn't even a big deal. I hope you didn't feel called out. I was just like, "Yay, yo, who did that?" And that was it. I didn't chew you out or anything. Not a big deal. I saw the mech running in, so I was like, oh, one of the pet classes lost control of their pet. It happens. Frequently on Veil Guardian. Because on Veil Guardian, there's those little, like, sparks that are floating through the air, like, around the area, like, in the zip code. And if one of those sparks hits a pet class, their pet will run in and attack the boss to retaliate. And if they're not paying attention, especially if it's, like, a Necromancer Flesh Golem. How many times have you guys had a Necro Flesh Golem pull before you're ready? Oh my god, because they don't have a wait stop button. Like they're committed to the bit. It's over at that point. If that golem's running in, you can't stop it. There's no breaks. Not at all was good fun. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Catching up on the conversation, there was the person who asked about the raid armor. Soto has no limit. Raid would take 5 to 6 weeks. Where reroll takes 18 to 24 weeks to finish. Yeah. Flesh Golem is Honey Badger. I think Honey Badgers are more durable than a Flesh Golem. It's why I tell the Necros to spawn the Golem after we start the fight. No, I mean, to be fair, spawning the Golem is a couple seconds cast. Starting that after the fight would be a pretty major hit to the early DPS, but it would be safer. But, yeah, there's not enough that I would ask them to do that. Okay. Navigate again. Let's change the structures. Then mouse, let's do this. Then mouse over the little spyglass and it will say if it's an automatic timer or a hotkey timer. If it's a hotkey timer, it will have basic instructions, such as press hotkey when boss hits 60% health. Let's see, example shown Deimos oil timer. Then this timer will be accurate from that point forward. To explain why this works the way it does, the overlay cannot see the boss's hit points, but does know that after the boss hits 50% health, he does a big attack every 30 seconds, or whatever, and can keep track of that if you let it know the first one is happening with the earlier mentioned hotkey. Blish Blad just got a new build running. Oh, it happens. Don't forget to leave the commander channel. Oh, thank you, Bluebell. Saving me from Flute Girl jump scares. Okay. Was the new build warning in game? I need to buy something. Get some Mystic Coins, I guess. Okay. There we go. New build warning said you had 3 hours. Alright, I'll go ahead and I'll do that real quick. Go ahead and knock that out. Let me just do this so my login information isn't on blast. Yep, I am downloading some files of some sort. It's pretty quick though. It's already halfway done. All right, it is loading back in. Do Wizards Vault points carry over? Yes. Uh-oh, RTPS. All right, well, I guess we're gonna see if RTPS crashes me. Another program I've been considering looking into for making video guides like this. Yep, it's dead. We're dead. We're gone. All right, hang on. I gotta rip ArcDPS out again. Okay. Is Nexus. Because Nexus supposedly will prevent ArcDPS from crashing your game, from what I've read. But I haven't tested that. Let's see. Guild Wars 2. Let's see, add-ons. Just delete the ARC folder. What's the other thing I have to delete? Is it D3, D11? I'm just gonna put dash old on this. I think it's D3, D11. Okay. Okay. Launching the game again. Nexus is very nice to disable such add-ons on update. Yeah, I was shying away from it for a while because the first people I knew that downloaded it, it set off a whole bunch of antivirus flags. And it's completely, like, for example, like, McAfee goes off, like, all the time. That doesn't mean a program's bad, but it had me being cautious of it. So I was staying, I wasn't going near it just out of caution. However, I might need to do some more investigation into that, because if it's fine, then it might be a great product. I use Nexus. It did disable RTPS for me. It's great to have. I mean, for that feature alone, that certainly sounds good. Seen shady coding. Is that what I'm thinking of, or was it another? That one was exactly what I said. It was just like the people I knew that downloaded it, it was setting off a whole bunch of antivirus stuff, and so I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to look into that right now because I don't want to take any risks. You know, and I mean, that's just basic trying to be safe on the internet, right? That doesn't mean it's an evil program. That just meant that I was trying to be safe. However, I've talked to the guy who made the Nexus program one time, and he seemed fine. You know, obviously that doesn't mean he's a good person, but he seemed fine. So I'm interested in looking into it more when I have the time. Because if it does handle the arc thing for me, then it would have prevented a crash just a minute ago. And that would have saved me some time. I have some minis to sell from that raid. Let's see, where is it? There we go. Nope, not that. Let's see, mini green guardian, 40 magnetite, and mini card, 40 magnetite. When do they finally give us an open all bags button? Yeah, you know what another button I would love? Is like if you mouse over a book, if it would say you have all recipes from this book. And if you opened it, any recipes you don't have are at the top of the list. I would love that. If I could dream upon a dream. Hello, I'm scared of Guild Wars 2 inventory. Kelrin, don't be scared. Look, I got enough room in here for you to just lay down comfortably. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Mug, do you mind showing your Guild Wars 2 graphic settings? Sure. That's them right there. Take a screenshot if you want. I'll wait 3 seconds and then I'll scroll down. That's it. Mug, what's your advice for farming for legis such as raid armor and ring? Patience. Do a little bit each day and you'll get it done. And you won't have to, like, you know, bankrupt your character. For example, like, okay. For example, the raid legendaries. Let me get a visual aid here. Boop, 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 boop. We're gonna do the Thor approach. All right. So raid legendaries. Most of what you can do to progress these can be done in one evening per week. Example, every Friday you raid with Du Bois and kill what bosses you can. On the other days of the week, you can work on a solo legendary. Examples, Aurora, Living World Season 3. Vision, Living World Season 4. PvP armor, work on 2 sets at the same time. PvP wings, Season of the Dragon's Amulet. Alright, so that's basically what I did, okay? So I essentially was raiding like one night a week with some people. We weren't the best. We were not clearing all the raids, but we were clearing like maybe a dozen bosses one night a week. And on the other nights, I would work on other projects. So essentially my first set of full legendary was like half PvP legendary armor and half raid legendary armor. And I got the ring from raids, and I got the amulet from PvP. It's easier these days to get the Season of the Dragon's Amulet, but I got the amulet from PvP. And I got wings from fractals. So you can work on legendaries that require a lot of time and just, you know, require like a lot of resets. Like, for example, let's pretend you clear all the raids in one night, which not many people can. That's 25 bosses, and then you can't get more loot from bosses for a week. And you need a bunch of tokens from the bosses so that you cannot, like, even if you went and did more raids with other people, you wouldn't get loot. So there is a maximum amount of progress you can make toward getting raid legis each week. So you basically just, you know, raid one night, kill what you can, and then work on other projects the other nights. Muck, are you going to raid more often when Janthia raids come out? I will be absolutely doing the new raid and trying to make new, you know, I'm going to learn the fight. I'm going to get the knowledge however I can. This isn't going to be like a spoiler thing. I will want people to tell me anything they've discovered about the new fights. And then I will try to make a get to the point guide for each of the new bosses to, you know, complete the collection. Because, you know, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I've got bosses for every raid fight except the new ones. No, so I'm going to want to complete that again. Also, when the new Legi Spear and Backpack comes out, I will make guides on those, just like how I've made guides on all the other previous legendaries. So, if you're asking if after I've done all that, I will be working on, like, just doing raids every single week after that, I don't know. It's just going to depend on how much fun I have. Truly, it's just going to depend on how much fun I have. I got Blish HUD set up with a few modules after watching Muck's videos. They're very helpful. So, yeah, some of them are great. Like, some of them I just, I used myself just the one day for the module and just, you know, showcased it, and then that was it. But some of them I still use every single day, like the mount wheel. Like, the ability to have all, like, we get a lot of mounts in this game. And they all have different strengths and weaknesses, so the ability to access all of them from a single button, instead of having 9 different key bindings, is so helpful. I've even got my summon house portal thing here. I've got that on my wheel also. So it's pretty great. Did I do that today? I don't even remember if I did that today. I'm gonna double check. Silence says, hey, new player here. Any good idea, best support class for beginner? Support class. Hello, Silence. First of all, welcome to the community. Secondly, the best support class, okay. This sounds like a cop-out answer, but I swear to you it's true. Every single class in this game can support.
Crimson Spud, Moonlight Potato.
Ignore that. Every single class in this game can support, okay? So you have got, in this game, hang on a second. So you've got, for PvE, that's player versus environment, like when you're fighting bosses and stuff, okay? Typically, standard group will be a healer, will provide quickness or alacrity. One DPS provides the other of the two, quickness or alacrity. And then 3 more DPS. That's a standard group, okay? A 10-man group for a raid is just 2 of that group, all right? So a healer that can provide quickness or alacrity, literally any class, like even warrior can heal in this game. Any class can be that support. But they do it differently, right? So you may enjoy one more than another. Like, for example, if you want to be flexible and be able to change your role to meet almost any situation, probably Chronomancer wins that. That's a type of Mesmer. If you want to have a giant pet beating on the boss while you're supporting the team, Mechanist, which is a type of engineer. If you want to heal with, you know, the power of God and anime on your side, well, that's probably Bladesworn. It just depends on the style of support that you want to do, but they do all work. It's just, would you find that fun is the question. Sounds like we need another in-depth healer video. Dude, that video took me so many man-hours to do because of the research required. Maybe I'll do like one of those per expansion, but that video where I tried out every healer in the game, I was honestly surprisingly happy with how that video turned out. So that video got 100,000 views. Oh, the I tried every healer in Guild Wars 2 video. That's wild. So yeah, the I tried series has been great. Come on, Muck, don't advise people to heal on Bladesworn. I mean, most of the healing from Warrior comes from the staff. And the staff weapon is insanely powerful. I mean, honestly, if you heal on a Berserker or a Bladesworn, you can still clear your group through 99% of the content in the game. It is an extremely small amount of content that they will not be able to do. Like, extremely small amount of content. Bladesworn also has a couple of weird perks to it, such as the same boon radius as a Boon Herald, which is incredibly large. Like, it hits the whole sab of the platform. Like, your Flat Kiter is still going to get alacrity at all times. It's an awesome video and still reference it a lot. I don't know how outdated it is. There's only a few things in that video that have become outdated in the months since I posted it. Things like how Catalyst felt like absolute garbage to play. Now it's just high APM to play, but it doesn't feel terrible. But it was really, really tough to play and keep my head on straight. Sorry, I'm just remembering when Nike referred to my support warrior, it was the Weeaboon video, as the 9/11 of Guild Wars 2. That's one of his problems with me, is him in that video. What, that's whack? Yeah. Alright, yeah, it looks like I didn't do my homestead, but it's done now. New raid will be in 2 weeks? Yes. Muck, I think you would be excited about the PN. Wait, what? What's the PN? I have a Mechanist, but haven't ever used them, as I made them to be alt at the Crystal Oasis Tower. Gotcha. Mechanist is very good at what it does. It's fun too. Mechanist actually does more DPS while healing than most healers do while healing. There's quite a few healers that do less than 2k DPS, but Mechanist can, on some fights, do like 7 to 10. Which, you know, it's helpful. Makes the fight shorter. Patch notes. Oh, you got a link? I'll check it out if you got a link. I have the problem that even after I delete D3, D11, I can't start Guild Wars 2. Delete D3, D11, and also delete the add-ons folder. That should work. Let's see. Oh, I got distracted. Hang on a second. Let's get rid of that and that. Okay, so let's look back at this again. All right, so let's see. How's it up? It's not up. I don't. What? Hold on. I'll just Google it. Let's see. Guild Wars 2 blog post. News. November 5th. Oh, there's a new sky scale? Oh, hang on a second. What is this? Will you be running the new raid that comes out? Mm-hmm. I need to make guides on it. Oh, it's like a clockwork dragon. That's kind of neat. I feel like if it lands in mud, it would get all gummed up. That's pretty cool. As long as there's no gears where your butt sits, that would hurt. Oh man, you guys see this, the Extra Life donation bundle? All right, so this is cool because like any money you spend on this, I think goes to the charity, and you get this like pedestal that you could stand on, and you get like a halo and stuff like that. All right, so chat, I have that because someone gifted it to me. Okay, so if I go in here and I go to novelties, all right, there's the pedestal. I have it. Now, it's for the children, so the money's not wasted, but I really wish I could return these. I had 5 people gift me the angel pedestal chair. And there's nothing I mean, I can take the karma boosters, I guess. But there's, I can't, I wish I could like stack them up. Make some like really tall column or something. Okay. Let me see these patch notes. Monk's butt is so big he needs many chairs confirmed. Yup. Let's see. Alright. Refreshing this. Homestead. There's not a lot here. Okay, there's just some minor notes. Alright, let me see here. What do we got? Let's see. Note to users of third-party programs. Your add-ons are going to break. Yep, that already happened. Improved mouse drag behavior when playing Guild Wars 2 on a remote machine connection, such as Windows Remote Desktop Application. Or GeForce Now. I bet that would affect a lot of people on GeForce Now. Homesteads fixed an issue that could prevent players from entering a party player's homestead by selecting Join Homestead from the party menu. Stabled mounts in the homestead and open world will now display a portrait when selected. Fixed an issue that sometimes prevented homestead collection boxes from gathering from all nodes when used in rapid succession. Wait, fixed an issue that sometimes prevented homestead collection boxes from gathering all nodes when used in rapid succession. Oh! This is the exact reason why in my homestead, just like 5 minutes ago, I paused when I approached the ore box. Because if you did the crop box, then the lumber box, then you didn't wait, and then you hit the ore box, it would only harvest like half the mine shaft. And what it appeared to be is if there was too many items on the right-hand side of your screen that were like scrolling past and like still coming in, it couldn't like gather the whole mine. So over time, I learned to just gather box 1, gather box 2, wait like a minute, and then gather box 3. So if they fix that, that's awesome. I won't have to do that waiting bit anymore. Did you do your duty and vote for Trump today? No, I voted days ago, and it was for Palawa Ignatius Joko. Chat, I encourage you all to vote. Do not tell me who you voted for. I don't care. Go vote. Don't tell me. Dude, it's so weird because like when I was a kid, I never saw adults talk about politics. Like they'd be like, "Oh, did you vote?" "Yeah, I voted." They'd have the little sticker. That's it. They didn't talk about who they voted for. Their identity wasn't tied to who they picked in the last election. Like friggin' things are weird now. Don't tell me about it. Vote who you want to vote for. Don't tell me about it. Structured PvP. Fixed an issue that caused the tournament and special events panel to display incorrect live match scores. You know what's funny is more than anything else that would affect people that are trying to spectate and actually like promote the game. I'm not from the US, but I would vote for Mukluk. Oh my goodness. General fixed an issue that could cause a crash at World v World maps when using armor with special effects, such as Night Fury or Winter's Presence while standard models were enabled. What? If you had standard models on and you used the Halloween or Christmas armor, you'd crash. I hadn't heard that one. Not from the US, but I'd vote for Mukluk. That reminds me of a guy that posted on Twitter. Someone else was like, yo, blah, 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 Trump or whatever. And then they replied like, Trump is not my president. And the first person was like, oh, are you a Republican or are you a Democrat or whatever? I don't even know. And then the second guy is like, no, dude, I live in India. He was just baiting him. Last note, fixed an issue that caused the default size of each homestead decoration in the meditative guarded homestead package to be incorrect. Each decoration's default size has increased. Players will need to remove or replace the resized decorations if they've already placed them in their homestead. I guess I could do a video on this. These are some minor notes, but there is a few things here that I think would affect some people. So let's see. Oh my god, noises. Hold on a second. I was trying to open the video of the steampunk dragon, and it was really loud. What else we got? Faux fire weapon collection. What's this stock? Did they update anything else here? Let me see. So there's the faux fire weapons. Are these new? Are these like new? I think that's new. I don't remember that. I got like flaming blue toilet paper wrapped around them. Okay, so we got a new weapon collection. Is there anything new in the Black Lion chest? Oh god. Mystic Visionary Cape. Wow, talk about villain popped collar. That is crazy. Okay. And what else we got? Venom Bite is not new. That's been around for a while. Okay. Alright. Sure. We'll do it. We will do it. Hang on just a second here. Let's do that and do... Whoa. Holy cow. Alright. Sorry if this is loud for a second. There we go. Okay. Alright. Gonna go into YouTube mode, chat. Say hi to your moms. Alright, hello gamers, Mukluk here. Today is Tuesday, November 5th. We've got some Guild Wars 2 news in. Just saying it ahead of time, these are some very minor patch notes. There's a few things in here that some people will breathe a sigh of relief when they hear, which is why I'm doing this. But beyond that, the overall scope of these notes is very small. As always, if you want to read the patch notes yourself, I'll have a link to it down below if you don't want to hear my voice. But I'm going to go over it now and my thoughts on it just for all the people listening to me on the car ride on their way home. All right, release notes. Notes to users of third-party programs. They're going to break. My ARC DPS broke as soon as the patch hit. So note that is a thing, and you will need to be aware of that if you use that. Note that overlay programs like Blish HUD are going to be completely unaffected by that because there's a difference between an overlay and an add-on. All right, general. Improved mouse drag behavior when playing Guild Wars 2 on a remote desktop connection, such as the Windows Remote Desktop application. And also that would apply to things like GeForce Now. So if you are playing Guild Wars 2 on GeForce Now, then this should improve the mouse drag behavior, apparently. Homesteads. Fixed an issue that could prevent players from entering a party member's homestead by selecting Join in Homestead from the party menu. Stabled mounts in the homestead and open world will now display a portrait when selected. Okay. Fixed an issue that sometimes prevented homestead collection boxes from gathering from all nodes when used in rapid succession. Now, I have already gathered my homestead today, so I cannot test this myself. However, but the problem went like this. If you had the box that, there was the collect box that would just collect all the crops, and then there was a box for all the lumber, and then a box for all the ore. If you just went 1, 2, 3, the third one would not gather everything. So, you would have to go in, and if you did the ore one last, you'd have to go into the mine shaft and mine half the nodes on your own after that. And it was very fickle. However, I found over time that if you gathered box 1, box 2, and then waited a minute, then gathered box 3, it would work fine. I think, this is just my theory, what would happen is, how when you get loot, it scrolls in on the right-hand side of the screen? If you still had a ton of stuff in the queue to scroll in over there on the right, that last collect all box couldn't get everything. I think there might be a maximum to the buffer. Again, that's a theory. Not sure if that's the case, but in any case, they said that they have fixed that. So you should be able to just bing, bing, bing the boxes and no longer have to stand around and wait or get all the nodes manually after the facts. Structured PvP. Fixed an issue that caused the tournament and special events panel to display incorrect live match scores. This was especially a problem for people that would spectate the matches or who were attempting to do shoutcasting. If Mighty Teapot, for example, does that. This would affect people with those user interfaces. General. Fixed an issue that could cause a crash in World v World maps when using armor with special effects such as Night Fury or Winter's Presence while standard models were enabled. So if you had standard models on and had the Halloween shoulders or the Christmas shoulders, shame on you, get out. But that's apparently been fixed. Late note. Fixed an issue that caused the default size of each homestead decoration in the Meditative Garden Homestead package to be incorrect. I actually saw that shaman complaining about this on Twitter. He bought the Meditative Garden Homestead package, and the items were really, really small. And when he would use the tools in the homestead to enlarge them, they would look like they were really low resolution. Now it says each decoration's default size has increased. Players will need to remove and replace or resize their decorations if they've already placed them in their homestead. So again, if you bought the Meditative Garden Homestead package and you want to get this fix, you will need to go resize the decoration or remove it and then place it again, and it should pick up the changes. So that is it for the notes. However, since we're already here in video form anyway, let's go over the other minor news that I wouldn't usually cover. We have got a new sky scale skin. Say that 3 times fast. Sky scale skin. It's steampunk. It's clockwork. A clear vision of the past unfolds this week in the gem store, and we got a little trailer here. I'll go ahead and show that. That's the robot dragon. And the cape is also new, and the weapons are also new. Alright. So, there is the 1-minute trailer they did on that. And they, talk about all of this stuff, so... Well, I'll just show it. Rather than read that stuff, I'll show it. So, let's hop into the game here. A couple things. First off, I've got the Black Lion chest open here. And in the Black Lion chest, there is a new cape right here in the uncommon section called the Mystic Visionary Cape. And that is what it looks like. Huge popped collar. And got a big glowing eye on the back of it. And big long cape there. Alright, so for any of your supervillain get-ups, that's where you get that. That is from the Black Lion chest. The rest of the stuff in here, I think, is still pretty normal. I don't think that's changed. On the Black Lion Weapons Specialist vendor, for 1 ticket, you can get any item from the Faux Fire Weapon Collection, which was just added to the game. I'm going to use the bank just so that I can do this in less clicks. Going to go to the wardrobe here and search Faux Fire. And just going through these really quickly, here is the sword. They've got curved swords. I like how they all have flaming blue toilet paper wrapped around them. There is the hammer. There is the longbow. Oh, they got like a tassel at the bottom too. They got the dangly bits. I know y'all love the dangly bits. They got the short bow, the axe, the dagger, great sword, mace, pistol, rifle, scepter, staff, focus, torch, warhorn, there's a doot, shield. What does that look like? Okay, it looks like that. All right. And lastly, a spear. There's the spear. All right. So that is it for the Faux Fire collection. So new Faux Fire weapon collection on the Ticket Merchant. There is a new cape in the Black Lion chest. There's a new Clockwork Dragon on the gem store. And then those minor notes that I just showed you. I cannot show you the Homestead stuff firsthand until the next daily reset, which at the time of recording this is like 8 hours away. So I'll get to that as soon as I can. If I find out that they didn't fix it or there's any problems, I'll pin something under the video. But for now, I'm just going to trust them and hope that it is in fact fixed. I think that's it. I think that's all the news we got for today. The Halloween event ends today. We've got, I believe, 2 weeks until the next Wizards Vault refresh and the next major patch. So if there's anything that you want in the Wizards Vault before the Astral rewards go into the Legacy stuff, just a friendly reminder, you've got 2 weeks to get that stuff before the price will increase when it goes into the Legacy stuff. That's all I got. As always, you got any questions, problems, thoughts, concerns, anything like that, put them in the comment section down below, and I'll fight you there. There we go. There we go.
Let's rock.
Simple little news video done. Hold on. Random noises. No! The noises are done, Shugo. We cut the noises out. Alright. Let's see. Miss Bella Games says, does anyone know if Mukluk has a video on the different types of mounts and what they do? I don't want to disturb him to ask. In my video, Why Play Guild Wars 2, I think the mounts in this game are one of the strong points of the game and are good at, getting people into it. So I have a whole section where I briefly go over all the mounts. This was before the turtle, so the turtle's not there. And before the Warclaw was, redone. So I haven't recently, but I could certainly take 5 minutes to go over that. I don't have any other plans right this second. Let me go back to Lion's Arch. Let's see. While we're loading in, chat, I've been sitting here for nearly 3 hours. I need a quick bathroom break, so if any of you need to stretch your legs, get some water, stuff like that, I will be right back. I'll leave you with some music. All right, I am back, chat. Just, I was getting, I was being given a crazy story. My son has, was it like online class today? So he just has to do some online homework, and that's it today. The school's closed today for some reason, and he had a dentist appointment today. And they got back from the dentist appointment. And he's acting all loopy, and apparently he just got laughing gas for the first time. Because they had a cavity to fix, and so he's all derpy right now. Muk, can you please show me how I can see all the item skins if I don't have any? Yeah, sure. Oh, there was a few good questions to ask. Hang on a second. Alright, so if you go to any bank, and you go, see, here's your bank. On the left-hand side, go to wardrobe. Go to, like, weapon skins, and here's nearly every weapon skin in the game. You can sort by type here, or if you want to see a specific thing, like earlier I searched for faux fire, and here's all the brand new faux fire weapons. And then I just clicked them, and you can show me what it looks like on me, or show me what it just looks like on its own, and then just click on the whatever. That's it. Thank you. That is it. We're just starting. Yeah, that time change hit me hard. We're just starting the stream right now. Let's see. Thank you, friend. Sure. Someone said, can I see your PC settings? Yeah, if you do !PC in either of my chats, you can see the hardware I use, and I update that the rare times that I make a change to my system. I heard this awesome new Skyscale skin. Yep, it's right there. I kind of like the Synergetics one more, but it's pretty cool. This could totally work if you're doing a steampunk outfit or something. Chat, my wife was kind enough to bring me a sandwich, so I'm just chatting for a few minutes. I'm going to eat my lunch, and happy to answer any questions if any of y'all have any. Muck, I need a new mouse recommendations. Alright, you know those gamer mice that have like 9 buttons on the left-hand side? I can't handle those. My thumb is too fat, I hit all the buttons, I can't do that. I'm very happy with a mouse that just has a left click, a right click, and has 2 buttons for the thumb. I'm currently using Razer Basilisk, and I'm very happy with it. I am extremely happy with it. Now, you might be wanting more buttons than that, but that's what does it for me. Mike, I need a name for my Norn character. Without thinking, give me a color and an animal. Brown bear. I don't know. That's the first thing that came to mind.
More violets, I say. Less violets.
If, with further thought, how about pink naked mole rat? Like from Kim Possible.
Seek, and you shall find.
Keep in mind, Logitech software is garbage. Okay, my problem with okay, hold on a sec. This is always fun to get out. Chat. There is an item that I have saved. And this item is a drawer. And the drawer is something I call the mice graveyard. Now in the past, every time I would buy what was it? The Logitech Hero. And I loved it. It worked really, really well. Okay? And they would always physically break in 6 months. And because I'm an idiot, I would go buy the same mouse again. And after 6 months, it would snap, and it would break, and I would buy another one. Alright? I cannot recommend anyone here to buy a Logitech mouse. They, after 6 months of playing games such as Guild Wars 2, the right mouse button would break every single time. And finally, after going through that for a few years, I was like, I can't do this anymore, and I tried a Razer, and I've had this Razer one for a couple years now, and it hasn't broken. Get a mouse sponsor? I'll tell you one company that won't sponsor me for a mouse. But it was always the right button. You know how in Guild Wars 2, you hold down the right mouse button to steer? That would break on every mouse after like 6 months. Yeah, it was the 500 Hero or something. At Mug, vitamin, see, laughing gas depletes vitamin B. Taking a vitamin B supplement can help with the brain fog recovery. Really?
Seize the moment.
Well, today I learned. Use action cam? No, I like winning.
My word.
Why do Americans wear jeans at home? It's not an American thing. It's a me thing. So, okay. If you pick a temperature, let's say like 70 degrees Fahrenheit, all right? My son is comfy. My wife is comfy. They're both in shorts and t-shirts and they're barefoot. I'm cold. Okay? So in the same temperature that the people I live with are comfortable, I am comfortable if I am in pants, I have my socks and shoes on, and I have like a thin hoodie. All right? And it's just that. So it's like we have found a temperature that we're all satisfied with, but the end result is I'm wearing more layers than they are. And that's it. Hey Muck, I want to know if it's still worth playing Guild Wars 2 currently. I'm thinking about going back, but I only have Pathfire and Hot. Did anything change or continue with Daily Fractals and Fashion Wars?
My word.
And Daily Fractals are still a thing. Fashion Wars are still a thing. Since you last played, they've added 3 expansions. One was End of Dragons, which was a very large expansion. It was like the same scope as Path of Fire was, or Hot was. And then Secrets of the Obscure and Janthier Wilds are much smaller expansions, but you know, combined, you could say that they added like another Path of Fire. So they didn't raise the max level cap, so you're still max level if you were max level before, but they've added a lot more stuff to do. So if you loved Guild Wars 2 before, there is more things for you to enjoy now. If you hated it before, then it's probably not going to change your mind. Are you telling him to get Muklux? Lol. I will say, the occasional rare moment where someone in my family like steps on one of Gabe's Legos, I'm just like, oh man, that's a dang shame. Because I'm wearing foot armor at all times, chat. I am immune to stepping on Legos unless they're right by my bedside. That's the only time it could get me.
More violence, I say. Less violence.
My right click would struggle to work after a few years on my last mouse, yeah. I will say, being an MMO player, turning with the right mouse button uses up, like, if you're using a mouse where the right click has a, like, limited lifespan, like, I think in a Logitech mouse, I believe the right click, there's a physical switch, and it wears down over time. And I think on a Razer mouse, it's like a laser inside, so it's just like a light, and so that doesn't happen. Thanks for the explanation. You're always a good communicator. I thank you for the kind words. I hope it helped. I think Muklux are more like outdoor winter wear. I'm pretty sure you could get some like at-home ones, but dinner time now. Enjoy your day and evening. Have a good one, Nima4. Just to show you guys, hang on a sec. There was something pretty cool that happened recently. Let me go to where is it? All right. Most of you guys know about the bank vault. Where's the guild bank? I actually don't know where the guild bank is in Lion's Arch. Screw it. I'm gonna go to Mistlock. All right. So for those of you who don't know, we have what we call the giveaway vault, and the giveaway vault has just a whole bunch of stuff in it that different people donate to me. And I don't need, like, I've basically beaten Guild Wars 2. I don't need this stuff, so I usually just use it for giveaways and to make other people happy. And typically, like, I got a mail the other day. It was crazy, and it had, like, it was full of Mystic Coins, right? That's 1,250 Mystic Coins. I'm like, this is insane. And then I sent them back a thank you. I appreciate that. We'll use these for giveaways. Then I got another mail, and it was full of Jade Runestones. 1,250 Jade Runestones. And I sent them back another mail. I'm like, oh my god, thank you again. And every time I would clear a mail, a new one popped in. Until eventually, I had opened all of this. Remember, a mail can hold a maximum of 5 items? I was like cleaning out the mailbox for like an hour, trying to get all of this out of the mailbox and move it into the guild bank. And it filled the entire guild bank. This was all from one guy. I don't know if he's quitting the game. Or, dude, look at some... Dude, ambergris. Antique stones for Gen 3s. Mystic coins. Thousands of mystic coins. Bunch of trophy. The strawberries are like a gold a stack. I don't know why the strawberries were there. There's a bunch of various weapon skins mixed in here as well. But this is like, this might be like tens of thousands of gold. This is crazy. So I'm gonna grab a few random things out of this for tonight's giveaway. But yeah, just some absolute mad lad or lady sent me all of this last week. I could full build my raid armor? Yeah. It's a lot of stuff. Let's move this over here. But yeah, the guild vault here. This is where I put it all. Only one person? Yeah. All the males were from one name. Yeah, like there's a bunch of the ambergris, there's a bunch of the coins. This is, you know, this is most of the jade runestones. Oh yeah, the memories of Alreen too. I didn't even mention those. And then mystic coins here. Yeah, absolutely bonkers. And bam, they're banned for duping. Oh no, Castellano all over again. Let's see. What do you think is the most introverted player race in Guild Wars 2? Wait, what? Introverted? I don't know. How would I quantify that? I know the most played race class combination is human-female, with a certain top. Brad says, real question. I've recently come back to Guild Wars 2. I've played since its launch, but I stopped for about a year after EOD. I want to find people that play during my peak time who like to voice chat and play like almost every day. I've been unsuccessful so far. Any tips? Do I smell or something? You do, but it doesn't go through the computer, so that's fine. As far as like for your time slot, how would you do that? There's different ways to talk to the Guild Wars 2 community. There's in-game, of course. You could try to just speak with people during that time slot. There is, you know, there's the Reddit post or Reddit threads. There is the Facebook group, which is really nice people as well. There's Discords or various community Discords. You could talk to folks like that. But it just depends on how you want to tackle this issue. Shugo says, at Mukluk, maybe ask ANET to double check for items laundry before giveaway. Shugo, in the 6 years people have been sending me stuff for giveaways, that has happened one single time. I really don't want to start bothering them daily for that. If it happens again, that would be awful. But I'm just going to continue operating in the hopes that that'll never happen again. And if it does, then I'll be surprised. No. Last bite of sandwich. Raz says, I've tried on the unofficial Guild Wars 2 Discord and RA, nothing so far. You could try, perhaps in-game, like, okay, I'm gonna make up a number here. Let's say you want to play every day at 5 p.m. your time. What if you play at that time and then start looking at people that are online at that time to do activities you enjoy? And then you guys could maybe make a guild or something. Like, if you want to do fractals at 5 every day, then pug fractals at 5 each day, and then, you know, add people to your friends list from good runs, and then start contacting them more often, stuff like that. Not a guarantee, it's just an idea. That was how I found communities in the past. I mostly avoid voice chat in games listening to structured group content like strikes or fractals. For a second there, I thought the tail wagging behind your inventory menu was Chips. No, he's out in the living room. He's out there. He was asleep in the living room on the sofa, curled up in a ball. But since Boy got home from his dentist visit, he's hanging out in there near him. Excuse me. Let's see. Are those for giveaway? Yeah, this is the giveaway vault. All this stuff here is not for me to keep. This is for giving out to other people. So, you know, basically every Tuesday night, I usually take 10 things out of here and use them for a giveaway. Also, it's been a while since, you know what, I need to do another Twitter gem code giveaway. It's been a few months since I did one. I've been getting lazy about that. So I need to set up a Twitter gem, because there's always, no matter what time I do giveaways on stream, there's always going to be people saying I can't make that time. So I need to set up another Twitter giveaway so I can give stuff away to people that can't make the on-stream ones. Hi, hello, Kuro. Let's see. Muck vidcam. Yeah. All right, I'm not allowed on voice chat. Yeah, I heard Jackal's on Noxxi stream once, and I'm like, oh no, that's too much for me. Yo, Muck, I just joined the stream, but I had a question about armor templates. All right, sure. I have 4 in my main now, thanks to the lab farm and discount. What are the best 4 sets I should strive for? I'm thinking 1 power, 1 heal, 1 worldview world, and 1 celestial. I also use Viper for conditions, though. I don't want to grind for 1 more, playing NG main, by the way. Okay, so first off, like, I'm assuming, based on what you've told me so far, XS Waffy, that you like playing every type of build. Because I would, like, if there's one type of build, like, if you're just like, I don't want to heal, you know, obviously you wouldn't bother with that. But if you want to be available for, like, everything, Viper is the best for Condi, Berserker is the best for power, healing would be either Harriers is the most common, but some fallbacks from that if you want to be tanky would be Givers or Minstrels if you want to be like a tank and a healer at the same time. And then the last one, like you said, could be Celestial. That's not bad. Celestial is, of course, you know, very solid all-rounder for any build you're trying for the first time. Also solid in like world versus world. You know, they nerfed the expertise in concentration a little bit recently, but it's still a solid pick. And then in PvP, your armor doesn't matter. So you could use any of those sets again in PvP because it wouldn't use the stats. Yeah. Now, of course, a long term, you could work toward legendary gear, as one person in chat is saying. You could work toward Legi gear because that's, you know, you can change the stats on it anytime you wish. So, for example, if I go to my hat here, I can just change the stats to whatever. So this is for all the characters on my account that use this armor type. So, you know, I don't need to worry about having, like, multiple ascended sets of gear. Celestial is genuinely dead in Worldview World. Really? Okay, then I will say that, I'll stop talking about that for now until I look more into it. Let's see. Only on Boom classes, Viper is still the best overall for Condi set. Yes. What's the easiest Legi armor to get? There's 4 types of Legi armor. Legi armor. Let's go. Alright, so Legi armor, right? There's PvP, World v World, Rating, and Solo Open World. Obsidian armor. Can't type. Obsidian armor from Soto. Alright, so World v World. Easy, but takes a long time. Solo is easy, but takes a long time. Rating is higher effort, but takes least amount of time. PvP, middle time spent, middle effort, IMO. All right. It's also worth noting that you can work on 2 sets at once. Example, raid 1 night a week with the boys and kill what you can. On other nights, work on solo projects, such as PvP armor, or Legi accessories, etc. Things like that. So like my first set of full Leggy armor was actually half from raid and half from PvP, because I was making raid progress. Like one night a week we would kill some raid bosses, and the other nights I just PvP'd. So you can work on multiple projects at the same time. I have deja vu. Yeah. This question came up earlier, but it's okay. I've said multiple times before, I like talking. You guys asking questions gives me a chance to help people out, and I like that people come to me for those answers. If I clear all raids weekly, how much time would you say I need? It depends on the skill of the group. So to give you an example, right now, at this moment in game, there's 25 raid bosses. A really experienced group can get together just one night a week, and in, you know, I don't know, maybe 3 to 5 hours, just kill all of them. And that's it. Now, when I was doing raid armor, we were not good enough at that time to kill all of them, you know? Like, we could kill Kadim the Peerless, but it might take us many attempts, you know what I mean? So we would, let's say instead of getting 25 boss kills a week, I could for sure say I was getting 15 plus. So because I was getting 15 plus boss tokens a week, and then I was also working on like PvP stuff and the like PvP armor and like Aurora and Vision and things like that. If you have a static, yeah. So it depends on how good's the group. I think Teapot has done, now we're talking speed clearing, like with a really, really experienced group, they've killed all 25 bosses in like, I think less than 2 hours. But, you know, if you're going in there with a group that just knows the fights, but they're not perfect people, you know, probably 3 to 5, I would guess. Ritualist is for Condi plus boon support like a lack in quickness. Yes. Yeah, Ritualist is Vipers, but a bit less damage, I think, and then it has more concentration for keeping boons up. Muck, I come from Black Desert Online and other action combat games. I can only use Action Cam. Can you go over why you think it's bad and how to adapt? Mainly because you can miss, right? So, like, if you're playing a Deadeye and you're, you know, aiming a sniper shot, I can just tab target and I will hit. Unless if you're aiming with skill shots all the time, you can miss. That's it. It's that simple. So like, Action Cam can miss when you're making things into skill shots that don't have to be. That's it. So now I will say, I'm bad using Action Cam. You might be better at using Action Cam than you are at not using Action Cam, and that's okay. But because of my own personal experience, like I've played MMOs for over 20 years. Like EverQuest and then World of Warcraft and then this. So I'm very, very used to tab targeting and attacking enemies in MMOs. But if all of your experience you're pulling from is essentially Action Cam, you might be way better at that. And that's okay. So yeah, I'll occasionally poke fun at it, but that's all it is. It's just me poking fun. Let's see. Action Cam with flamethrower is great for attacking big groups of mobs. Let's see. We're all the way. Muck, I have an extremely important question for you. What's up, Rujani? Hopping over from YouTube chat to jump in on the AC commentary. I use it exclusively. Action Camera. I struggle to play outside of it, and I can clear every bit of content in the game. Yeah, and that's totally fine. There's going to be people who can do that. What's your favorite shade of green to embed? To embed? What? That's like if I said, like, what color's your favorite smell? Like, what? That doesn't make any sense at all. Let's see. I hate gerrymandering. Yeah, me too. Invictus Echo. Yo, tier 3! Thank you for the tier 3 sub. Appreciate you. Welcome. Rajani, you know what it reminds me of? There was this cooking show I saw a clip from once. And there was this chef had made this dish. And this lady tries to bite. And they're all like, so good. Like it's a talk show type of thing. And she's like, you know, if we added this and this and this and this and this and took this out, it would be really similar to macaroni and cheese. And he looks at her. Because that would be a completely different dish. And he's just like, if my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bike. And then she started like spitting the food. She was laughing so hard. And he's like, what are you talking about? That's a completely different thing. And yes, that was my attempt at an Italian accent, and I apologize to the Italians. Gino, yeah. Preferred smell color is orange, no question. Oh, clever. Totally understand. My preference is to have something playing in the background, stream podcasts, etc. So don't get bored while playing. Mux device is good if it works out for you. None taken. Mario would be a shame. Hey, we all know that Mario is no longer Italy's favorite video game character. It's Tifa. It's Tifa Lockhart. We all know. For an Italian accent, you need to talk with your hands. I remember the grandmother thing. I miss mouse over macros from WoW. Is there any way to attack a target on mouse over instead of yo, if you find that out, let me know. I used mouse over macros for tanking a lot. Like I would have like, 10 mobs attacking me, and like I would see one of them. I had an add-on that the color of their names would change based on aggro. If they were all on me, they were green. If it changed to red, it was swapping aggro to someone else. And I could just mouse over that guy and hit taunt, and it would taunt that guy. I got a lot of compliments for my tanking. So I never had issues with like losing threat and stuff. And I made a lot of use of mouse over macros. I'm not Italian, Muck, and I don't forgive you. That's okay, I'm not seeking your forgiveness. Yeah, your vote doesn't matter. You're like a mesmer in the Char capital. You're not a real citizen. Not actually on the census. Gullet. I only ever played Halloween and some Winter's Day. What is your favorite festival? I heard the Pixel Festival is fun. That is Super Adventure Box. Yeah, that one is fun. I will say, like, I don't love the Super Adventure Box gameplay, but I love all the rewards from it. I think they're very fun, just all the 8-bit looking stuff. For me, based on the prizes, it's going to be Super Adventure Box and Halloween. Looking for advice on what I want to do next. I'm about to finish chapter 8 of the personal story. Once done, I know I want to move through the story, timeline order, but I also want spear and weapon mastery. Just playing through those expansions also just spoil all the old content, or they pretty much stand alone? Oh, we're gonna need the notepad. Okay, so expansions. All right. So essentially, you've got core game, Hearthorns, Path of Fire, End of Dragons, plus Living World seasons between them. All right. Then down here, Secrets of the Obscure and Janther Wilds. All right. You could basically consider this to be a book series and this to be a book series. There are some brief mentions of stuff that happens here in this, but it's not super spoilery. Like, okay, End of Dragons. Obviously, we're trying to end the dragons. They make mention of the fact that we killed some dragons down here. If you find that to be a spoiler, well, then at this point, you're already mad at me. It's nothing really big. Also, Janther Wilds, if you just want to get the spear mastery, that is just a couple of hours into Janther Wilds. You could play Janther just to that point and then stop and come back to Janther later if you wanted to. I will say, when I started the game, I wanted mounts. So I did core first, then I did Path of Fire, and I was so confused. Then I did Heart of Thorns, and I hadn't done Living Worlds. I was still confused, but I did it all out of order just because I wanted mounts. Randomly visited Miss Lux, make sure he spotted Mukluk. Yeah, this is my condo up in space. Muk, do you only run instance PvE when making guides? So, Tutagon, it just depends on what I'm feeling. So, honestly, I've run all the instance content in the game 1,000 times, right? I've cleared the game. I love this game. I still support this game. But it is true that I have gotten burned out on many types of game modes in the game simply because I've done it so much, you know? Like I have, hang on a sec, what is it, /H or /Blade? Okay, all right. I don't know if you guys can see that. I have just over 9,000 hours in the game, okay? Huge respect to Teapot, who can stay passionate about the game after 20,000 hours or whatever he's at. All right, so I'm at 9,000 hours in the game. I still love the game, but I've done it all, right? So, like, when new content gets, like when Janthier Wilds came out, I played nothing but Janthier for like 2 weeks, which is, considering I have the, you know, privilege of getting to play Guild Wars 2 for like 9 to 10 hours a day. That's a lot of hours. And then I was like, okay, cool, I'm good. And then I put it down and I went back to like, you know, Squirrel and looking at lots of other games. At 10K hours, you become an elitist. Oh boy, I'm almost there. Over 9,000 and the Vegeta hairline, it's a full combo. When are we gonna get the full hairline reveal? There you go. Giant Widow's Peak. Nothing too crazy going on there. I got a Mukluk brand hat right here as soon as that hairline goes back any further. I'll be saying like, how do you do, fellow kids? You think he'd be bald of putting up for me so long? It's true. My hairline used to go down to my eyebrows, then I met Jackals. That is absolutely true. Have you gotten the chalk infusion? Yes. Wait, no. I got the Aurelium infusion one time, which was worth between 1 and 2K gold when I got it. One single time. Are you joining the Asmon hair club? I think if my hair started thinning out that much, I would just shave it all off. I mean, obviously, I hope it does not. But if it did, I think I would just shave it. I'd go for the Rose MMO look. You made Blue laugh loudly. Nice. Mux, show the crayon snack collection. You must have a crayon snack collection, right? No, I didn't serve in the Marines. Do you play Guild Wars 2 off stream too? In the past, I did a lot. These days, I make sure to do my dailies every day. So I'll log in and I'll do the dailies because most of the money I earn from dailies, I give to you guys. I do giveaways every single Tuesday, whether or not people give me stuff for the giveaway vault or not. So I always need to make sure I have money saved up to give you guys. So I play some every day just for the purposes of like, you know, raising those funds for community giveaways. Excuse me, sorry. I play some every day to raise money for those community giveaways. But beyond that, I'm basically been all over the place. Like last year, I played like 80 or 90 different games. Like we actually did a video. Let me find it. Give me just a minute here. Let's see. Where is it? Okay, here we go. It's like right here, ranking the 85 games I played in 2023. And here's ranking the 90 games I played in 2022. Now, this year I spent like half of this year playing Total War Warhammer 3, so the number of games is going to be much less this next time. But yeah, I try lots of different things. Lots and lots of different ones. Bless you again. Thank you. Sorry, guys. You got to work on your dad sneezes. That wasn't loud enough. They've definitely evolved over time. As a child, I could just go, and it would just look like I was headbanging a little bit, and I could completely, you know, shut it down. And, you know, now I'm just like, you know, not yet echoing through the whole church, but yeah, we'll get there someday, I'm sure. It doesn't like being on the stream. Wait, you've done streams with Minimuck. Would you do streams with Miss Muck? So, yeah, Jackals is essentially correct. The short of it is she is not comfortable with being on camera in front of so many of y'all. She believes, and this is true, but she is very aware of the fact that typically women who are in front of a camera on Twitch are treated differently than a guy who's in front of a camera on Twitch. And that's true. And I, of course, want my wife in no way, shape, or form to feel uncomfortable, so I'm not going to ask her to do that for any reason. There's no need. So, that's it. There are some very, very, very old streams when I had like 5 viewers where she was like on camera hanging out with me, but she, ever since the community grew quite a bit, she hasn't really wanted to do that. You hear her voice from time to time. She'll come in and talk with me. She has no problem with that. But she doesn't want to be like the center of the camera. Ranking the 30 games you played in 2024 bonus. Ranking the 40 races I played in Warhammer. Oh boy. I make the Warhammer people mad because I played, like, you know, one faction for each race. What's her title? MuklukYoutube. Lady Luck. I'm very proud of that title, too. We got Lady Luck. She's my Lady Luck. She's great at scaring them. Yes. Yeah. The ring flashback thing. All right. Let's take a look at this. So we've gotten sidetracked. All right. So I'm going to read this to myself out loud to remember where we were. All right. So this is the guide that we've been working on today for anyone who tuned in while I was eating lunch and you didn't see what led up to this. All right, so from here on, from here you can search bosses based on location or just find them on the all-timers list. For our example here, I'm going to use one of the bosses that this module is very handy on, Sabbatha. Sabbatha's in Raid Wing 1, so I'm going to click Raid Wing 1 Spirit Veil, and you can press the eyeball icon next to any of these to enable it. For example, if you're in charge of doing the first and third cannons, or odd jumper as it's sometimes called, you could just turn on the timer for cannons 1 and 3. So that you see it during the fight. Or if you're the backup jumper, maybe just turn on all cannon settings so you can keep an eye on all of them. This will display a countdown for each upcoming jump, as well as arrows on the ground that will draw your attention to the jump pad you need to use. This can also be useful for people for purposes of throwing the bomb that launches the jumper. For any fight, if you want the timers on, navigate it to it in these menus and press the eyeball to enable it. To disable it, just click the eye again. Then, mouse over the little spyglass and it will say if it is an automatic timer or a hotkey timer. If it is a hotkey timer, it will have basic instructions, such as press hotkey 0 when boss hits 60% health. Example shown, Deimos oil timer. Then this timer will be accurate from that point forward. To explain why this works the way it does, the overlay cannot see the boss's hit points. But it does know that the boss is, that after the boss hits 50% health, he does a big attack every 30 seconds, or whatever, and can keep track of that if you let it know the first one is happening with the earlier mentioned hotkey. Lucky Fennec, thank you for the Prime sub, appreciate you. Okay, so with that, I have got the gist of it here. Let's see. And that pretty much covers it. If you have any issues with adding or changing any setting and them not showing up right away, disable and re-enable the module. If you get stuck anywhere, or if this video did not answer your questions, please don't hesitate to join the Blish HUD Discord for any help with this topic, or check out the module page, both of which are linked down below. Happy gaming. Okay, so below this, I have copy-pasted a conversation I had with the module creator, the creator of this module, and, well, I should correct that. The person who I believe made the timers module retired a long time ago, and then a second person has been updating it ever since then, and that person's the one I talked to. So, they said, here's some frequently asked questions that you could cover in the video to reduce our workload. So, let's see if I already covered these or if I need to add them. Alright, FAQ. Okay, I enabled the module, what now? In the Blish HUD window, a new tab with an hourglass icon has appeared next to the options cog. Click it to gain access to timers features. I already covered that. I just got this, let's see, whoa. Hold on a sec. Let's do this. Okay, I just got this bright yellow text on my screen telling me to update my timers. What is this? This means that the timers for the timers module has been updated. Open Blish HUD, click the timers tab, and update the timers. Let's see. Now for some, actually, hold on a second. Let's see. Where would I put that? I could say like now for some FAQ and cover it just like near the end of the video. Now for some FAQ. If you ever get a message that you need to update your timers, navigate back to the timers tab Let me see. Is that this one? Oh, there's alert settings down here. I didn't even see this. All right, I'm gonna have to cover this too at some point. Let's see. Let's go back to the module repo and go back to timers and then update it here, I think. Okay. If you ever get a message that you need to update your timers, navigate back to the module repo and go to timers again, and you will have an update button there if you are not on the current version. Okay, that should cover it. Okay, so let's just say that's covered. All right. Okay, so let's pause this. Let's pause going through his notes. And I just stumbled upon this. Let's see. Oh my gosh, bigwigs. Oh man, blast from the past, bigwigs. All right, lock alerts container. I'll have to move, hide alerts, mute text speech, invert autofill. Okay. All right, so let's talk about this. When did I first mention clicking on the hourglass icon? Let's see. Also, while in this hourglass menu, near the bottom is a button that says Alert Settings. You can use this to open a small menu to customize how your alerts work. If you wish to make changes, I did not adjust anything in here, and everything worked. Who's that? Noxxi, hello! Welcome, Noxxi. Sorry to Noxxi's viewers, I do not have the Helldiver redeem that she does. I hope you can still enjoy your time here. We're working on a new guide that Noxxi is going to edit and turn into a work of art. But right now, I'm just messing around in the clay right now. Let's see. You can also use this to customize how you want to make changes. I was happy with the default settings and ran with it as is. Okay. Am out to eat. Enjoy your food, Noxxi. During Noxxi, you can just put the redeem in the edit of the video. Oh no. No. Dude, I would not pay for that editing job if she did that. That friggin' Helldivers thing. No. Nope. Any funny vids in the works of late? Any funny vids? I mean, whenever Noxxi's not currently chewing on a larger project, she is taking any clips and stuff from the stream that are entertaining or educational and trying to make funny little videos out of them. I would say in the last week, we posted 3 or 4 YouTube shorts. The one making fun of Guild Wars 2 weapon training really blew up. But other than that, they've all been fine. Okay, what the heck? I'm guessing Gabe just picked Chip up. I just heard Chip yell. Boy, are you tormenting the cat? You opened the window and a sunbeam came in and he just yelled as he ran toward it? Okay, never mind. It was a cry of joy, apparently, chat. It was apparently a cat cry of joy. I thought he had just, like, picked the cat up. Yeah, okay. I don't know. That's what he said. Hey, Mike, I'm thinking of you back in Wars 2. How hard is it to play the Bladesworn? It's 1 APM. You have your Schwad, and you press a button, and you charge it. You go make a sandwich. You come back, and then you hit a button. I just hit my lamp. Anyway, yeah, it's not bad. It's a pretty low APM. It's not too bad. Like if you want to see like really big numbers and then a break and then another really big number, you're gonna like it. Okay. So, all right, we have covered the alert settings box. Hopefully that is enough for that. All right. So, whenever I enter a raid, I get this weird hourglass square at the top of the screen. What is this? That is the reset button from Timer's module. This button resets any active timer back to the start in case the timer begins when it shouldn't. You can hold left control to move and reassign this button. You can also disable this button from showing in the timer's module settings where you enable or disable the module. Where? This is where you enable or disable the module. Oh, reset active timer. Wait, no. When enabled, categories from loaded timers to alphanumerical. All timer triggers now require comment settings. Placed in top left corner displays location status. I don't see that. You can disable this button from showing in the timer module settings. I don't see a way to disable it from showing. Hang on a second. Let me see if there was a link there I was supposed to. No, that doesn't help. Have you reacted to the latest Rose video? He hasn't been covering them because they break the PG rule. No. That's not quite accurate. So, Jackals, you may remember I reacted to 2 of his videos that were not PG, and Noxxi made them PG. However, okay, 1, Rose's videos are great. The 3rd video was the PvP centered one, and I did watch it, and it was just like, it was hit after hit after hit. Like, dude, the opening 10 seconds, I think, has 3 things I would get banned for. And I was like, Noxxi would have to blur out like 70% of this video. And it was funny. I laughed. I watched it off stream. I don't think I can react to it on air. I don't think I can. I think I'd be in big trouble. So I have to just skip that one. I have to skip that one. I managed to get back on stream after the dentist. Don't feel half of my job. Nice. Congrats to Sonics. All the bleeps would be hilarious. Alright, so... Let's see. Let's cut that. Let's see. Note. I cannot find the button to disable this on the enable disable module screen. All right, so that's a note for the developer. Okay, so next one. What does trigger key 0 mean? I have already covered that. What is show debug text and enable debug mode? These are development features and can be ignored. They can be hovered over for more detail. Okay, that is right here. So, where did I talk about that screen? Enable module. Well, on the screen. Here is needed. The other checkboxes are developer tools and can be ignored by users. Okay. The button is the show reset button that's checked on the menu you have up. Oh, it's checked by default. Thank you. My dumb eyes were only focusing on the unchecked boxes. Okay, so cool. So that is this. All right, so we can get rid of that. Okay. All right, so that is done. What is the reset active timer key thing? This is an alternative to the reset button. Instead of having to click a button to reset a timer, you can press the key instead. Okay, customization. It's not a specific question. Many users have difficulty finding how to customize their timer notifications. This can be done by going to the Timers tab and clicking on alert settings. Most options have hover over text describing your function. Not editing these options will result in the default behavior, which are notifications in the middle of your screen mid-combat, which has been an issue for users. I design the timers with the Big Wig installer in mind, so using that makes for the best experience. Okay, miscellaneous. Other things of note is the book icon next to timers simply tells you the author of the timer. The spyglass and scout icon tells what kind of timer it is, what it displays. The weapon swap-like icon is another method of reloading a timer, just like clicking on the reset active timer key and reset button. Support, if you ask questions there, we'll continue to your chat or join my support server and help there. Oh wait, did I copy and paste this twice? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Alright. Cool. Okay. Alright, I think we've got a good first draft. I think I've got a good first draft. So at this point, I think what I can do is I could take this and send it to the developer of the module and say, hey, please check this for any errors or anything that's just flat out wrong. And he can check it. And then after that, if it's good, then I can go on to recording. And if it's not, we can make changes to it. So let's change to here. Let me go to, let's see, video scripts and name file Blish HUD timers. In just a moment. Okay. All right, and what was this guy's name again? Guitar Hero. First draft of script for video. No rush at all. Check this over for any errors / incorrect information when you can, and let me know if any changes are required. If you say it's good, then recording is next. All right. Yes, there we go. All right, that was my big project for the day. That is done. That is done and done and done. All right. Okay, so Irath says, if crafting is not an option, what is the next best weight to get specific pieces of ascended armor? For example, I'm looking for a mace. Wizard's Vault. Wizard's Vault has ascended weapons and armor in it. So right here, ascended weapon chest, 600 AA. That would be the easiest, I think. The thumbnail for the Rose video part 3 would just be a censorship bar. just like the drama video. It'd just be a black thumbnail that just says censored in the middle. Dude, people would click on that thinking I was going to do like a butt reveal or something. No. Abaddon says, game has been becoming stale for me. Any tips for revitalizing it a bit? I feel I'm just at a never-ending grind for legendaries now. Abaddon, for me, when I got to that point, I took a break, man. I honestly did. Like, very few people can play the same game forever. Right? We're humans. We get bored of things. It is completely okay to take a break. Like, for example, I used to stream Guild Wars 2 7 days a week. I got burnt out of the game. Now, it took me years to get burned out, but I got burned out on the game. And so I started doing Guild Wars 2 on just specific days of the week and not 7 days a week. And my enjoyment of the game went way up. But if you need to, like, you know, take a step back or something, that's completely okay. Like, you can do that. That's completely fine. Let me see, Chagarant. If that's not the kind of advice you want and you just want in-game advice, you can, I would say, make sure that you've tried everything. Because, you know, like, I put off trying raids for years, and then I ended up liking them. If you haven't already, you know, try raids one time. Try strikes one time. Try PvP one time. Try World v World one time. Stuff like that. And maybe there's something there that you really love, but you've just never given it a chance. And if you don't like it, then you haven't wasted much time. You only tried it once, right? That's why Guild Wars 2 is superior. No monthly sub to maintain while you're taking a break. Everything will still be there when you get back. Yep. But yeah, I would say either try all the game modes once or take a break. And that's completely okay. Black screen with the text voice only and a small Mukluk small cam video with his reaction. It would just be like, it was just like this. Like this would be the thumbnail, just me in the corner with text in the middle. It says we need to talk. 100% that's why Guild Wars Gores 2 came out. I went that way and not WoW. Since Spookytober has ended, I think now you should play all the hot waifu games for No Nut November. Oh, Shugo is doing Ruin Mukluk's viewership numbers, any percent speed run. Oh my god. Shugo, you got other tabs on your browser for that. You got other tabs. I'm sure viewers would go up. I don't know. I don't think they would, because I think I, the streamer, am supposed to be like a hot anime chick in order for that market. I don't think it would. I think my usual viewers would just be very alarmed. See how long we got on this loot. We got 3 minutes till this wall opens. We worked very hard here. Good job, everybody. Well done. Hi, Asen. The time for mukbangs has arrived, I hear. Bang like the sound that you just did? What was that one game you were playing? You were in a school and something about sweat glistening. That was the Kentucky Fried Chicken game. That was the KFC dating sim. That was a game, look, I said if we raised enough money for charity one year, that I would play a dating simulator. Oh, where is... I can't find it. Hold on a sec. KFC, I'm Googling. Oh, it's called I Love You, Colonel Sanders. Hang on. It's free on Steam. This was it. It's anime Colonel Sanders. You go to culinary school with him and you learn to cook next to the chef. Dude, get DMCA'd again. So I told my community, I was like, look, we raised enough money for charity. As promised, I will play one dating sim. I was like, you guys vote on it. And they voted, I Love You, Colonel Sanders. And I expected it to just be awful and me just groaning through the whole thing. I was laughing until my sides hurt through the whole thing. Also, we named our character Daddy Mukluk, so every single character in the game was called us Daddy Muck. They're like, don't make fun of Daddy Muck. And, dude, oh my god. It was great. It was freaking fantastic. If you haven't seen it, like, one, the game's free. You can play it yourself. But two, if you want some laughs, watch my playthrough of it on Mukluk Plays. But that was it. Yeah, his sweat's not gross. Look at him. He glistens. Wasn't there a bird one? Yeah, Hatto Full Boyfriend was one where everybody was a bird. That's the one where we found Muck's Religion. Yeah, publisher KFC. Dude, it's worked on me. After we played that game, I had such a I had looked at anime fried chicken so much that I was like, babe, we gotta go to KFC. And we did. We brought home a bunch of KFC food one night after I played that game, so it worked on me. They got me. Wasn't that where the intro clip's from? Yes. Yes. But as far as other games, I will need to decide on some, because, like, Veilguard has been kind of a disappointment. So I'm just blitzing through the main quest line, and I'm going to finish it, because I want to see what they do to the Dragon Age franchise. But beyond that, I'm not going to be doing the 100 hours of side content. And in the morning stream, we're probably finishing the base game of God of War Ragnarok tomorrow morning. And we can start doing side content, but I'll need to have another game lined up, ready to go after that. I've had a few people gift me some that they want me to play, such as Chrono Trigger and Spider-Man. I could do those. It's an option. It's an option. I've been avoiding all Veilguard spoilers. Why is it bad, do you think? It's a handful of things. Alright, you're avoiding spoilers. Okay, I will try to say this in a non-spoilery way. The writing is extremely poor. Okay? Like, okay, let's pretend they're like, You know, we're gonna go here to find this artifact. We gotta hurry, we need to get the artifact. Hope they don't get to the artifact before we do. The artifact should be just ahead. This way to the artifact. We're almost to the artifact. Like, it's just like they think I have amnesia, and I need to be reminded of what's happening every 5 seconds. They do not shut up about it. Additionally, you can't control your companions like you could in the previous Dragon Age games. They do almost no damage. It's kind of like a Guild Wars 2 pet. They do almost no DPS. If you use any of their moves, all their moves go on cooldown. Every time you want to give a companion command, you have to pause the game. You have to pause the game, give the command, unpause the game, which results in you pausing and unpausing every 20 seconds. So the flow of the game is really screwed up by that. That's like none of that is even mentioning the woke stuff a lot of people are complaining about. It is in your face about that stuff. Like, there are cutscenes that are part of the main storyline where people get mad at you for not using the right pronouns. And it's honestly, dude, I think it's going to do more damage to people that identify as trans or non-binary or stuff like that. They made that group appear to be just insufferable in this game. And, like, I think it's going to do more damage to those groups of people than anything. But yeah, it's like, that aside, the game is just, like, really silly. Like, some of the moments don't even make sense. Like, there's one moment, and again, I'm going to be vague. Like, imagine a bunch of poles, like jail bar type things, right? Your whole party is running from Darkspawn. Your party moves between them and gets on the other side. And then the Darkspawn get up against the bars and like they can't get you. The Darkspawn are smaller than you. We're talking like the little Darkspawn, like undead dwarves or something. And your party has like Kunari in it, which are huge. You walk through the bars, but they can't fit. Like, there's just glaring holes in the story throughout the entire game. And it's just like, ugh. You know, it's very, like, you know, groany at many times. So it's just like, guys, I am someone who played Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, and Inquisition all the way through like 3 times each. Okay? I really enjoyed those games. This one, to me, has been quite a disappointment. So, last night, I actually turned the game difficulty down to game journalist mode, just so that we could just blast through it as fast as possible. I was like, all right, I'm going to stop doing the side content, and I'm going to just focus on the main quest line and see what happens. That's impressive with Inquisition. I enjoyed Inquisition too. I did. I liked it. Inquisition had a lot of replayability. You remember, like, if you helped the Templars versus helping the mages, that completely changed the story. Like, that was a huge choice. It was really good. It was really good. Okay. The Ogre doesn't seem from the outside like it's very Dragon Age-y. No, it's also very kind of like art style. I didn't even mention the art style. Like, the scenes and the environment are beautiful. The people all look kind of Pixar-y. Also, they all look gorgeous. Every single person is beautiful. And they all look like they just came out of, like, a makeup room. Like, no one has any dirt on them or mud or bruises or anything like that. It's Guardians of the Galaxy in a Dragon Age suit skin. I haven't seen the Guardians of the Galaxy game. Unless you specifically just mean, like, the movie. Muck, Karlach, or Tosh? I'm on Team Karlach. What are you? What? Is that even a contest? Karlach was a cinnamon bun that needs to be defended at all costs, and Tosh has been insufferable from the moment we met her. Let me give you guys a real example in the game. The moment we meet Tosh, all right, this is early, it's not a huge spoiler. The moment we meet Tosh is the big blue Kunari. The moment we meet her, we're like, hey, and she's like, hey. And we're like, you called? She's like, no. Okay. Are you Kunari? And she's like, no. And I'm like, you've got the arm ropes. You got the Kunari arm ropes. And she's like, I can wear what I want. That doesn't make me something else. Okay. 2 hours later, she is reprimanding one of the mages in your party for wearing a dress because it makes her look dumb. Same character. I can wear what I want, don't judge me, then proceeds to judge somebody else based on what they're wearing. Exact same character. And it's just like, are you serious right now? It was there's moments like that where it's just like so like my heart's twisting up. I'm cringing so hard. Sorry, just tuned in. Which game is this about? It's Dragon Age Veilguard, the new Dragon Age game. We were talking about my experience with that and why I was starting to just tunnel vision the main story. Maybe she has split personality. I don't think so, because she's just always like that. She's literally just always a jerk. Like, there's not a moment where I've seen her be, like, nice to be around. Maybe the game makers are making a point, but not the point people think. I have no idea. Honestly, it's also kind of a curveball. Like, when you hear people in this fantasy world where they're all fighting for their lives and, like, death is a possibility every day, hearing them, like, you know, reprimand each other for using the wrong pronouns just feels, it's jarring. It's like hearing one of them say internet. It's like, what? Let's see. Honestly, I know the woke thing is not even an issue. DA has always been woke, right? The writing issue. Yeah, it's the writing. It's the writing. Like in, who is it in Dragon Age Inquisition? Krem. Krem was a woman who was in Iron Bull's Chargers, the mercenary company, and wanted to identify as a man. And they were like, okay, that's fine. You pull your weight. That's cool. And she's like, okay. And from that day forward, they said he, and they were just one of the boys after that. And they were on the front line fighting shoulder to shoulder with the others, and it was never mentioned again. That was totally fine. No one had a problem with that. You know, that was totally fine. It's the problem, in as someone in chat just said, with Veilguard is the writing. It's just the way they're doing it. Like, no one cares that in Baldur's Gate 3, everybody is so freaking horny all the time. Hell, the game was like a bestseller. The problem is if you didn't want to play it like that, you could just completely ignore that facet of the game, and it was just never a thing. But in Veilguard, like, it's part of the main storyline. There's cutscenes about that. What's the franchise about? It's a pretty big thing. I mean, Dragon Age, the franchise, is got a big fantasy world, and there is this thing called the Blight, which imagine like just a wave of monsters comes out of underground tunnels, and the ground is literally dying beneath their feet every like 50 years. And at the head of each Blight is an archdemon. Archdemon's like, it looks like a big dragon. And if you kill the dragon, it stops that Blight, and then another one happens like 50 years later. That's like the premise for the first game. There's a group of people called the Grey Wardens. This is a military force. And the Grey Wardens, if part of their initiation ritual is they drink 1 cup of demon blood. And it makes them, it either kills them, so they don't have great recruitment numbers, or 2, they gain the ability to sense nearby demons. Until the day it drives them mad and they die. So the Grey Wardens, the ones that are fully trained and have survived the joining, are able to sense and hunt down demons and try to keep them in check. However, you know, if they lose Grey Wardens, it's a huge loss because it takes a lot to get these guys trained up. And it looks like, again, like 1 guy will die for every other guy that, you know, gets in there. Is it an RPG? Yeah, Dragon Age Origins, the entire Dragon Age franchise is RPG, yeah. Yep. Real suggestion here, I know you avoid it, but you should try some of those Yakuza Like a Dragon games. It's dumb, but I'm sure you'd be laughing all the time. Maybe I would. I know that they were designed for controller. If they work on keyboard and mouse, I would consider it. Because you are not the first or even the 10th person to recommend the Yakuza series to me. So I could give it a shot. The way they did it is just really immersion breaking. There's a reason some described it as the dialogue is written like HR is in the room with you. Yeah, I agree with that. First game was like a CRPG, the rest of the game is like an action RPG. Yeah, but they all had really, really good story up until this last one. Like, they all continued the same story. Also, they had this really cool thing that not many games have, where, like, for those who haven't played it, in Dragon Age Origins, you made many choices. There's so many choices that if you play the game again and make the other choices, it's a whole different thing. Dragon Age 2 asks you, what choices did you make in Dragon Age Origins? And it changes the game, like, based on that. Dragon Age Inquisition will ask you, what choices did you make in Origins and 2? And it will change the game based on that. Like, you know, is this guy still the king or did he die? He died. Okay, is she the queen or did she remarry? She stayed single. She's just a queen now. Okay, did this guy, did you kill him for his crimes or did you send him to do community service? We sent him to do service. Okay, well, he's actually had a change of heart now and you might find him out there in the world. So, like, there was a lot of decisions you could make in the first 2 games that would change who was alive and who was not and stuff like that in the 3rd game. And they also removed most of that. There was hardly any of that in the 4th game as well. The Origins is one of the best games I've ever played. RIP Bioware. I find it stupid you can't port your previous character into Veilguard. You have to make a new character. Wait, what? Your previous character? Are you talking about when you design the Inquisitor, Jackals? Because you're playing Rook in Veilguard, who's a different person. You can play like Origins. The thing that annoyed me the most is that, wait, hold on a second, scroll up. Is that Isabella only did 5 push-ups when she said she did 10? Okay, I never noticed that. I didn't count. I've seen the clip on Twitter. I didn't count the push-ups. Your Elfie boy for this game. No, okay, so Jackals, in Inquisition, I did play an Elven Knight Enchanter. And that person becomes the Inquisitor. In Veilguard, you play Rook. Now, I did also choose an elf in Veilguard, but I'm not playing the Inquisitor, I'm playing Rook. You actually meet the Inquisitor. I've actually ran into him at least twice. So, you do see your character from the previous game on a couple of interactions. Hang on a sec, chat. A lot of people have been asking, and he just walked in. What's up, dude? Muck, have you ever played Knights of the Old Republic? Yes, I have. A very long time ago, before I was a streamer. Would not be opposed to playing it again. I only remember bits and pieces because it's been so long. Good job, dude. Good job, dude. You want the chair? You want the chair? He likes getting in the chair next to me sometimes. Nice kitty. Yeah, he's good. Nope. Okay. He's done. His tank is full, I guess. Mike, I think he was expecting you could port progress impact like you made on the world of your choice, like you did in the Witcher series, for example. Yeah, I mean that would be nice. You could just click one button and be done with it. Like, yeah, but yeah, in Dragon Age, there's this website called the Dragon Age Keep. And you can just go in there and select the choices you made and then export it to Inquisition. But Veilguard just says, what choice did you make at the end of Inquisition? And that's it. And I don't even know what change, you know, what that affects. I don't even know what that affects. Yeah, there's been a few other things I have qualms with. Like, for example, they presented in all the trailers leading up to the game, make it look like you were going to travel around with Varric again. Varric was in your party in DA2 and also in DA3 Inquisition. But Varric's in your party for like 5 minutes in Veilguard, and then he's injured, and he's not in your party ever again. So it's just like, okay, well, that was a bit misleading. There's also the Necromancer that doesn't do any necromancy. I mean, honestly, they must have gotten notes from Guild Wars 2, because the Necromancer in Veilguard doesn't do any necromancy in combat. He just, instead of fireballs, he shoots green balls. When Guild Wars 3? There are no announcements related to Guild Wars 3. They're doing yearly expansions for Guild Wars 2, so right now they're getting plenty of customers on this one, so they have no need to make a third game right now. Varric without his chest hair looks weird. Yeah, he had a friggin' rug in the last game. Combat is one thing, sure, but the dialogue, story, art, and a bunch of things downgrades on. Yeah. Can you call Bobby and confirm when Guild Wars 3 will be out? I don't think he would like me calling him for that. Although Witcher 2 to 3 imports very few of your choices and mostly ignores the game state at the end of 2, other than whether or not you let Letho live or not. He hits green, so it's definitely Necromancer. I bet he'll do a spin to wind attack too. Like, in cutscenes, he does Necromancy, but in combat, he doesn't do any. So... was there a patch today? There was a minor one. It was a very minor patch. Do I still have... Yes, I do still have that open. Hang on a sec. I'll give you a link to the notes. I'm going to do a little video on it later, but it's small. It's very small. Does Eric even have the same hair color? I mean, he's... I don't remember. I'd have to see them side by side. I think his hair was brown, and now it's like just a really dark brown, and it's longer. But I haven't seen pictures of them side by side. It's got the same voice actor, though. The Varric voice actor is doing a stellar job. He kind of acts as both, like, the in-game character that's in a hospital bed for most of the game, and also he's, like, the narrator, so you hear him explain things in between chapters. By the way, Mug, since we are now talking about games and you're an old WoW player, WoW Ascension, do you play it? No, I don't know what that is. Don't know that one, sorry. I saw in the trailer and just thought the lighting must be making it look wrong. Isn't that a private server? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Hang on a sec. What is WoW Ascension? Ascension is a free-to-play fan-made private server that lets players create their own original heroes by drafting abilities from the game's 9 original classes. No, I've never heard of this before now. I did not play that. Is that allowed? Like, I know in the past, during the time I played, World of Warcraft, like, found people that were running private servers and forced them to shut them down. Like, is WoW Ascension, like, allowed? Or is it possible that Blizzard could just shut it down at any time? It's been running for 10 years. Well, I mean, so has the Colombian drug cartel. That doesn't make it legal. I'm just asking, like, well, like, I wouldn't want to spend any time on a game that could get shut down at any moment. I think there's a private server that's technically a roguelike as you level and you get random abilities. I wonder if that's this. Yeah, I do see, like, I do see videos from, like, 5 years ago when I pulled this up. Interesting. Yeah, no, this is completely new to me. I specifically remember, like, people that were playing on, like, old WoW vanilla servers when Blizzard themselves was not running a vanilla server, and Blizzard went after them and made them shut it down, and then finally made their own years later. Let's see. I doubt Blizzard can shut down the Colombian drug cartel. I mean, if they would try. Don't think you can stream that? No, I wouldn't anyway. I wouldn't. Okay. All right, cool. I think I've caught up on all the questions. Chat, you guys have been absolutely awesome. Thank you for joining me this morning, and hope you guys found some of what I do interesting with, like, you know, making guides and stuff like that. Special thank you to the people who raided with me earlier. You guys made that a whole lot easier than I feared it was going to be, and I really appreciate that. A few plugs on my way out. If you happen to be new to my channel, my name is Mukluk. I stream every evening and every weekday morning. I'll be back tonight with Guild Wars 2 giveaway. Also, tomorrow night, we've got a sponsor for tomorrow night's stream, so I'm going to have a cash giveaway. Every time I do a sponsored stream, I take some of the money I earn, I buy gift cards, and just give them out to chat. So tomorrow I'll have at least $100 for you guys if anyone is interested in that. As always, please hit that follow button on Twitch. Like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. It's a huge help. These are links to my 2 YouTube channels if you want to check those out. And a special shout out to the patrons. They keep this channel alive, and I could not do it without them. With that, I am going to find someone on the Twitch side of things to raid. Just going to take advantage of the fact that we've got all these wonderful people here. Oh, this is perfect. Chat, if you go to the Guild Wars 2 section of Twitch right now, the thumbnail for the top stream is me petting Chip. That's it. Permanent. Hey. Chip says yes. Yes. So there we go. It's just me petting Chip. Is Laura on time? I haven't been able to raid Laura in like a month and a half. Hold on a sec. Loranity. No. Alright, chat. I tried again. I tried. Let's see. Who is live right now? Laura's on a birthday trip. She hasn't been on a birthday trip for freaking a month and a half. Late Ranade. Yeah. Alright, we'll get Artyo. Artyo is good people. He's always done right by me. I'll give him a raid. Chat, for those of you interested, looks like he's doing some raid content. I will see you guys on the other side. Thank you once again for a wonderful morning, and I'll be back in 5 hours for Guild Wars 2 and also the evening stream if you fancy it. See ya! I meant giveaway. Guild Wars 2 in the evening giveaway. What?